Okay, and we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Louth Mavericks stream. This is the Louth Mavericks versus the Cork Admirals. The first streamed game that we have this season. The second game of the year for the Mavericks. And we are just in the pre-game now. We have the game starting in about 15 minutes. We're just setting up here at the Ollie's pitch in Drogheda. My name is Ben. I will be your host on this fine, what day is it today? Saturday afternoon. I'm very excited for this game. It's going to be very, very interesting. And of course, we do have, wait for this one, a score bug at the bottom of the screen. So that's going to be great. Ooh, just watching the Admirals warm up. That pass went onto the floor. That's okay. Hopefully we'll see plenty of more of those during the game. This is going to be a really interesting one. Hoping to get a win, of course. And just checking that everything is working properly on the stream. Making sure we're all good, and I think we are. Great stuff. I'm gonna wait a minute just to let people filter in. This is going to be very, very exciting. I'm very, very excited for this match. Mavericks coming off a big win last week against UCD, contenders in the previous bowl games at the end of the season, but Mavericks were able to get a win over them. A win is expected again today. Obviously, a win is expected every week. We are the Louth Mavericks, so I don't know what you expect, but yeah, it was great to get a win over UCD. Expecting, one step further today as well. Another win, obviously. We have plenty of things planned for this first live stream. We've got a quiz at halftime as well, which I'm very excited for. Winners of the quiz will get a little reward as well, a little prize. There are, of course, prizes going. I certainly hear a Cork accent somewhere mixed in there. Gonna actually give you guys the beautiful game volume as well. Should hear plenty of shouts and screams. There's actually copyrighted music playing in the background, but we'll try and ignore that, obviously. While we have people filtering into the stream, I may as well introduce myself again. Hello, I am Ben. I will be conducting this stream for you all today. I'm very, very excited. It's going to be a lot of fun here. Yeah, I'm trying to set up a couple of things here in the background as well while we're tipping away. But yeah, we should be good to go here very, very shortly. Another 10 minutes or so, and we should be golden. Mav's doing some warm-up procedures here. Ty Henry standing behind the line of scrimmage. Offense versus defense, they're running system play scenarios. Dropping back, Ty Henry's going to look for a throw. He's going to get tagged by the O-line. Letting him go through there. Good defensive pressure. I can hear a young Jack Compton on the sidelines. We recognise that accent from anywhere. Not in a bad way, obviously. And the VO has broken. Oh no. Okay, it's back. How are the audio levels? Let me know. Oh, we've got a like on the stream. That's right, folks. You have to like. Oh no. Oh dear. There's been technical gremlins, guys. Technical gremlins. It's okay. We'll have the stream back very, very shortly. I am currently making up the quiz for halftime, so bear with us. Bear with us here, folks. We'll be back on. Don't you worry. Great, audio's good. Great, good to hear. Very, very excited to get going with this. There we go. Oh, we are so back. Almost like magic, we are back. Hopefully the stream doesn't bug out when the game's actually going on. I'm sure it won't. Glad the audio is all good. I can turn up or down the game volume, but once people start shouting and screaming, we'll be up and running. Alex O'Reilly, #1 chatter already. That's honestly, put that on your CV. #1 chatter for the Louth Mavericks YouTube channel. Congratulations, you made it. We have Ty Henry talking to the referee. Just got to watch the hands. Won't play kidded, but we'll commentate on it. You're damn right. I will talk about football, no problem. But I'm not gonna get CTE. Thank you very much. I will pass on the CTE if that's okay. Look at me. Look at this face. Do you think this face is too pretty? Okay, this face is too pretty for CTE. Okay, I don't want to look like. I don't want to look messed up. Okay, I don't want to get messed up over here. Okay, no, thank you. All the way from Vegas. Good man yourself, John. That's good going. What time is it in Vegas? Hold on, let me do the maths. What time is it in Vegas? Like 8 PM? That's crazy. Tag and contact go. Look, tag football is my thing, okay? Contact is a whole other sport, but yeah, like if you hit the gym for contact, you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. I just don't want to play it. It's just not a bit of me. But if it's a bit of you, absolutely go for it. You won't get CTE. Henry back in the pocket, flings it deep, and it's bounced on the floor. Okay, that's not how you play tag football. I mean, I shouldn't be telling Ty Henry how to play contact football, really, should I? I'm going to backseat drive him this whole game. I'm going to tell him where he should have thrown for the entire game. Am I heading to the Copenhagen Bowl? I am indeed. Very excited. It's going to be good, hopefully. I'm going to catch a few balls. Should be an awful lot of fun. Referees convening on the sideline. Talking about different ways that they can ref the game. I don't know what referees talk about. I've never been a ref, clearly. With a QB like Ty, everything will be 100. That is very, very true. That's very, very true. I'm very excited for this game. I can't wait to see the boys play. I'm expecting a big win for the boys in gold. Now, fun fact for you all, I did find out today that the Louth Mavericks are not the first team to ever come from Louth. I didn't know this, but apparently before there was a team called the Drogheda Lightning, which is very, very fun. I myself am from Drogheda. This game is actually being played in St. Oliver's Community College in Drogheda, which is a secondary school. The Mavs running over to the sideline now, I'm sure, prepping for the game to begin. We're going to get underway really, really soon here. Very, very exciting. Trying to listen to the audio here to see who's receiving. I'm not quite sure. Either way, of course, both teams on the sidelines. We're about to get underway. But yeah, the Drogheda Lightning apparently were a team that existed. They don't exist anymore, but they used to play on this field in St. Oliver's Community College. Sort of a homage from the Louth Mavericks. It's mainly a homage because they couldn't get their usual field. But, you know, it's more of a homage out of necessity. But, you know, I think we'll accept that. And there were other teams as well to play in Louth before the Mavericks and before the Vikings. The Drogheda Vikings came before the Lightning, as well as the RD Falcons. RD had an American football team. That obviously folded. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know what else to say. Sorry about that, RD. Shout out RD, I guess. Has Sunshine learned to catch for this game? Hey, we're about to find out. We are about to find out. I don't know. There's Joe Buchanan, number 44, facing the camera. New head coach of the Irish Wolfhounds. Congratulations, Joe, on that. It's a great appointment. Please start me. Please play me every week. Thank you very much. They're talking on the touchline that the camera is live. They've got to be careful with what they say, because if I hear it, I will tell the general public. No, that's a joke. I won't. Yeah, streaming's such a great idea. Yeah, I completely agree. I've seen UCD do American football streams. I actually think they're currently live now, but don't watch them, watch us. They're doing flag football streams. That's lame. We're doing kidded football. We're watching grown men clash helmets, okay? What more could be, what could be more exciting than this? Captain's getting pulled to the middle of the field now. I'm sure this'll tell us who's receiving first and who's kicking first. Both teams ready to go to battle, though. Joe Buchanan waving at someone. Not quite sure who that is. Joe is a very friendly man, though, so I'm sure it's a good thing. Now I'm definitely never playing for the Wolfhounds. Oh well, it's fine. The more I can insult Joe, the better. Within reason, of course. Mavericks coming forward with 4 captains here, it seems like. Or will it be 5 alongside Tyvonte Henry? It looks like it's going to be the 4 of them. Here we go. And the screams died. Of course it's died. Okay, hold on. Technical gremlins, guys. It's always bound to happen. Always bound to happen. There we go. We got it back. Never in doubt. W commentator right here. What can I say? The UCD commentator has the personality of a plasterboard. That's generous. I would say that's generous in my opinion. But look, I don't want to start beef. Okay, I don't want to start beef with other commentators. But let's just say he needs to pick up the slack. Okay. Also, here's his little face cam down here in the bottom corner. I don't know if I can do that, to be honest. I don't know if I can handle that. Here we go. Both teams now at the center of the field. We need to find out the direction that they're kicking or receiving. You're going to have to bear with us as well. This is our first stream, so there are going to be technical issues, undoubtedly, including the severe staggering and greying out of the VO. I'm not quite sure what's going on here now. And it's died. Great. Okay, the issue is VO getting broadcast to a central place. But yeah, okay. We should be back. There we go. Hopefully this issue doesn't persist, obviously. Someone needs to bring 5G to draw it. You said it. You said it, man. Okay, kickoff team. Okay, so the Louth Mavericks will be kicking to start this game. Which means the Cork offense will be the first on the field. And the camera's died again. Amazing. High quality streams, guys. Couldn't like the UCD commentator if you breastfed him. That's all I would say. That's all I would say. I wouldn't say any more than that. Mavericks in their usual huddle. Inspirational words, first whistle to the last whistle, you know, leave it all on the field, those kind of words. Like we've practiced all year. You heard the man, he did swear, but you know, I won't say that because, you know, this is for the kids. Mavericks on me, Mavericks on 3. 1, 2, 3! I don't know about you folks, but they sound ready. I'm very, very excited for this one. It's the Louth Mavericks versus the Cork Admirals. Bit of Irish American football. Bit of flavour for your Saturday afternoons. This is going to be a great one. Cork Admirals coming out onto the field now as well. Big long journey for them up to Drogheda. Although they're used to... Oh my goodness me. Someone is screaming. A lot of excitement on the sidelines for this game. Kickoff is coming up. Here we go. Game they prep for all week. We can't watch the NFL. It's not on. It's not on until August, September. But we can watch AFI football. We can watch a prime Tyvonte Henry take on the Cork Admirals. The VO camera is a bit weird right now. It's just adjusting. When the kickoff happens, I'm sure it'll track the ball all the way down to the receiver. Here we go. Oh. Mavericks spread out in kickoff formation. Here we go. Second kickoff of the season for the Louth Mavericks. And the game's begun. They're kicking off deep. I don't know where the ball is. And it's gone for a touchback. On trots the Louth Mavericks defense. Here we go. And they started the year very hot, this Mavericks defense. In the first game of the season, Nathan Hardy came in at quarterback and did the business on offense. But on defense, they held down the fort as well. UCD never really got going. That could be for many reasons, but the biggest of which being this Mavericks defense. It's a completely different proposition this year. They're setting up strong. Admirals in a bunch formation here, it looks like. They've got some wide receivers out on the left side. Showing blitz, actually, the defense. It's going to be a run play. Trying to shoot the gap, but the defense stuffs it very well. It's going to be a second and long here for the Admirals. Again, the Admirals trying to move the chain here. The camera, the VO cameras decided to focus on the sole referee here. Should adjust now. Here we go. Let's see what happens here. Relatively tight formation again for the Admirals. The Mavericks again with a linebacker blitz. He's got to come through the gap. And the run is coming here. And he's down. Short of a first down, it looks like again. It's going to be a third down here for the Admirals. They've ran on their last two plays. If the Mavericks get a tackle for loss here, you'd have to think that they're going to punt. It's a great start for the Mavericks defense, not giving up easy first downs. But it's going to be, I think, a third and short. Can't really tell the distance here. Again, Cork come out in this very tight formation. One in the backfield. Maverick showing high, then dropping off. It's going to be a throw out to the right, and it's dropped by the receiver. He had space to catch it, but it just slipped between his fingers. And it looks like the Admirals are going to punt. That is an excellent opening possession for the Mavericks defense. And they're looking for a new ball. But it looks like the Admirals are coming... They're not coming out for fourth down, are they? Ah, it's a foul on the defense. Unfortunate foul on the defense. It's a first down for the Cork Admirals and a 5-yard penalty. Offside called on the defense. What a shame. Such a good defensive possession for the Mavericks, spoiled by an offside call. Let's see if they can make up for it again. 1st and 10 for the Admirals. Defense calling again. Linebacker 1 steps up. It's going to be a run. Trying to stuff the box here. And they managed to stuff it. That is an excellent defensive possession for the Mavericks. Crashing through the A and the B gap. And there is nothing that the Admirals can do about that. Calling a run when your 2 linebackers come down like that. It's a recipe for disaster. Great play call from the Mavericks. And you have to think, the Admirals struggled so much in that first set of downs that it's going to be very hard for them to move up the field, especially playing like that. The birth of a DB, that catch attempt was the birth of a DB. Yeah, yeah it was. Poor guy's playing both ways today. He's like Travis Hunter, but with no hands. Ah, defense have an illegal substitution. Mavericks are protesting it. It seems as though the Mavericks had 12 players on the field. They'll come back to that third and short later. Yeah, that's absolutely for sure. The play worked. Ultimately, the play worked for the Mavericks, for the Admirals in that situation. But, you know, coaches can't help it if the wide receiver drops the ball, you know? Here we go. Admirals lining up a little bit more spread this time. And we don't know what's going on. Here we go. Mavericks again stuffing the box. Those linebackers are so close to the line of scrimmage once again. The Admirals, Mavericks jumped. That's going to be a false start. Is it the offense or the defense? It's going to be on the offense. They're moving back. Ty Henry said it's a false start on the left guard and the left tackle. Unfortunately, though, he is not the referee. Stating the obvious, I know. It's a first down for the Cork Admirals, but they lose 5 yards. Referee said false start for everyone on the O-line apart from the centre. So it's going to be a 1st and 15 here for the Admirals. They've run the ball a lot in the opening portion of this game. Called for the snap, and it's a handoff. Well stuff. He's still not down yet. Now he's down. Mavericks with clinical work. Beautiful stuff. It's 2nd down for the Admirals. They haven't really got going yet. Haven't seen any big plays. They'll be expecting it though. Calls from the Mavericks sideline. They're calling for a pass. We'll see what happens. Again, the Admirals load up the O-line. Toss left is the call from the Mavericks bench. That's what they expect. The QB is going to take the snap here, and he's going to toss it to the left. Sure enough, here it comes. Coming down the left-hand side. He's crunched. And he's out of bounds. Maybe gained a yard or 2. Very smart of the Cork Admirals to bring a gazebo for themselves, just in case it rains. Drogheda is a miserable place as it is. Never mind without the rain. Never mind with the rain, I should say. All due respect to Drogheda, you know what I mean. As a Droghedian myself, I think I've license to say that. Fellow Droghedians would indeed agree. But we're looking at a 3rd and 6 here, I think, for the Admirals. They might go down to that play, that passing play the wide receiver dropped. It might be a toss to the right. We'll see here. QB takes the snap, and he's going to run it. They're going to run it to the left. And he's stuffed short. It's going to be a 4th down for the Admirals. What do I think of Connor Keeling getting that huge contract extension? 5 years, 250 million for a cornerback is crazy work, but when you have a player like Connor Keeley on your team, quite frankly, you pay the money. The ref standing in the middle of the field here, though. It looks like there's going to be a foul. Waiting for a call here. There's a Louth Mavericks player down. Not sure who it is. Oh no, it looks like Joe Buchanan. Joe Buchanan looking very slow, very much a putz. Well, he's very injured now. Terrible timing for that comment. And Buchanan slowly makes his way off the field. Of course, it's Joe. Yeah. The knees of glass. Amen to that. Looks like they're gonna go for this on 4th down, unless it's 3rd down and I miscounted. It wouldn't be the first time. Empty backfield though. Admirals quarterback is gonna take the snap. Here we go. Oh, flags before the play. Mavericks think that it's on the Admirals. And the offense is going to get on the field, it looks like, for the Mavericks. And it's still going to be 4th down here. The Admirals taking a 5-yard penalty. It looks like they're going to punt. I'm sure Joe will be okay. It's not the first injury Joe's had in his career, poor guy. He's got the mentality for it anyway, and sure enough, the Admirals are going to punt here. Great defensive possession for the Mavericks. 1 or 2 penalties did hinder it indeed. It could have stopped a little bit earlier. The drive, that is, could have stopped a little bit earlier, but the Mavericks still made good on it. The screen has gone grey, and I don't know what's going on. Hoping we don't miss too much here. We'll see. And they've downed the ball. Okay. And here comes the Louth Mavericks offense. Spearheaded by quarterback Ty Henry, playing in the backfield. When asked what his welcome to football moment was, Ty Henry said he didn't have one. Maybe that means he's been playing football since he can remember. Maybe that means that, well, he's never had a moment that he thought he couldn't be a great football player. Maybe that moment is going to come against the Cork Admirals. It's probably not going to come against the Cork Admirals, with all due respect. The stream is down. RIP to the stream. We'll get it back up now in a moment. There we go. First snap of the day. Fumbled by Henry. Scrambles out to the right. It's going to be a run here. And he's going to keep on running. That's... Oh, around the neck. A tackle. No flag on the play, I don't think. The Mavericks come to line it out again. Henry still in the backfield alongside Finn O'Donovan, star running back for the Louth Mavericks, MVP in Division 1 last year. It's the Mavericks' first season in the Premier Division. He hurdled the man last week, did Finn O'Donovan. I'm expecting something similar this week. A good quarterback in his own right. It is a handoff to Finn, straight up the gut of the defense. And the Admirals get a tackle, but not after a 20-25 yard game from Finno. Two plays for the Louth Mavericks. 2 really, really effective plays. An undesigned quarterback run, followed by a really, really nice run up the gut. Although it's going to come back. Some form of holding or illegal blocking, I'm sure. I'm not sure if it's a replay of first down or if it's a second down. They're going to get pushed back a couple of yards here. And we've lost connection again. Oh, dearie me. Should be able to bring it back. There we go. Lining up again. Ty Henry dropping back. And he's going to fake the handoff. Ty Henry comes on his own here. And he's tackled with minimal gain. Really good defense. The Mavericks are gonna have to come back and do it all over again. In their huddle, and the Admirals are already out waiting. That was a really good defensive possession from the Admirals after 2 shaky ones. They saw the run coming and they delivered on it. Three wide receivers out to the right, 2 to the left. We've got Finn in the backfield alongside Ty Henry. He takes the snap and he's going to drop back and throw. Ty Henry looking to go deep, and it's just overthrown. Just about missed by the wide receiver there. And if he managed to catch that, he would have been home free for a touchdown, that's for sure. Defense came up expecting a run. They didn't expect that. And the Mavericks are going to move quickly here. No huddle. They're going to go it again. Gotta want it, and he didn't. That's fair enough. Finn leaves the backfield. It's an empty backfield here for the Mavericks. You'd like to think they're probably going to throw. And they sure are. Henry drops back, looking for a throw. He's going to fling it down the sideline. Just overthrown again. Twice now that wide receiver has got a yard or two of space, and twice it's just missed his fingertips. Mavericks are looking dangerous here. Joe Buchanan thinking about coming on, considering it. Looks like he's going to make his way onto the field again. I'm sure that injury was not too bad, and I'm sure he's okay. The Mavericks looking dangerous. 2 great play calls. Wide receiver got open, but wasn't able to be hit. And we're lining up again. Oisin Finn moving to the other side. A man notorious for checking his playbook halfway through his route. If you've got the talent to do it, then you may as well. And the Mavs are going to have to punt. Very unfortunate. And they might be able to recover this here. No, they're not going to. It's going to be the Admirals picking up the ball again. Again, apologies for the staggered connection here, but the Admirals are going to take over. Bad penalty for the Mavericks to get. They decided to run 2 passing plays. Both of them had the opportunity to go all the way for a touchdown. Both times a wide receiver found the space but was unable to execute. That's football. It happens. It's easy to sit on the sidelines and say what went right and what went wrong. The Admirals are going to take over. But if the Mavericks defense is anything like their first offensive drive, they're going to be dangerous. They're going to be very, very difficult to get past. Here come the Admirals again. Quarterback calls for the ball. It's not going to be a run. It is going to be a run. Handoff to the right for the Admirals. Round the O-line. And he's trying to bomb through players. He's taken down. There is a flag on the play. Admirals running back gets 8 or 9 yards out of that one. Waiting here for the call. And it's a foul on the offense. I think it's a 10-yard penalty here. That is a gut punch. Mavericks had something similar on their first offensive drive. But that is a tough one for the Admirals to take. After what is more or less their best offensive play of the day, it's going to get brought back 10 yards. So it's going to be, I think, a 1st and 20 here. I don't think it'll be a loss of downs, but let's see what happens here. Relatively empty backfield. You'd have to think the Admirals might throw sooner or later. The QB's going to take the ball here in the pocket. He's going to hand it off. It's going to be a run, but it's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Another great defensive Mavericks play. Defending that run, they are deadly. The question is, when will the Admirals start throwing the ball? And when they do, will the Mavs be able to respond to it? And again, the Admirals come out in a tight formation. They have 6 offensive line. They have 3 wide receivers, a whole bunch on the left-hand side. Quarterback takes a snap in the pocket. It's going to be another handoff for a run down the left. And it's going to be stuffed early again. It's going to be a 3rd and long here for the Admirals. Joe Buchanan shouting from the sideline, 3rd down, no mistakes. Assess the situation. Very important. This is a huge down. This looks like a 3rd and 15, maybe longer. You'd have to think the Admirals are going to throw here. Early movement for the Mavericks. They're going to run it, and they're going to get absolutely stuffed at the line. And the punt team comes on for the Admirals. It's a great defensive possession for the Mavericks once again. The Admirals just can't seem to get anything going. The Mavericks look a lot more dangerous on their offense. However, their last drive stalled out. It looks like the Admirals are going to punt. Yeah, indeed. It's just a very odd punt formation. But yes, they are indeed going to punt, overloading to the left for whatever reason. Receives the punt and gets it away. Not quite blocked. It's going to get returned. Here we go. Mavericks trying to return it. Can he get past 1 defender? And 2 defenders hauled down around midfield. It's a very good punt return though. Sets up the Mavs offense in great field position. And let's see this offense get to work. I can't wait to see some more throwing plays. Because the Admirals looked really, really sparse. When Henry dropped back to throw the ball, wide receivers were getting space. It's just a matter of getting that connection down. Yeah, Joe is back on. Joe Buchanan is okay. Yes, I know. A national state of emergency it is, but he is okay. And the Mavs line up here on the left hash, I believe. Empty backfield it looks like for Henry. I can't see anyone down there. There's going to be motion. Henry's going to fake the handoff. Go for the throw again down the left-hand side. And it's dropped, I think, by the reaction of the players. Or incomplete, surely, again. Potentially 3 passes just ahead of the wide receiver. A little bit more motion. Nathan Hardy moving to the right side of the defense. He's a big Giants fan. He's a big Ohio State fan. See if he can take the spirit of Jeremiah Smith on that wing. They're going to hand it off to number 10, who evades the backfield tackle, bursts through the gap, gets a couple of yards out of that. It's going to be a 3rd and short for the Mavs, but there is a flag on the play. And it's going to be on the Mavericks again, making their offense a lot harder. Foul's going to be on number 52, David Lynch, the center for the Mavs. Been playing football for 13 years, an experienced player, but it goes to show everyone makes mistakes. I'm going to turn this game volume up for you guys a little bit more so you can hear a little bit more of it. Here we go. Mavs are in a long distance situation here. It's got to be a throw, surely, you'd imagine. Henry takes the snap. Sure enough, Finn goes to block. Henry unloads down the right sideline. It's just dropped out of the clutches. So much better by the Mavericks. That was absolutely excellent play. Just a fraction off. Hit the wide receiver's fingertips. Henry looking to go quickly again. No huddle for the Mavericks. Gets him offside. It's going to be a free play for the Mavericks. He's going to fling it. Henry tosses it down the left sideline. And it's just missed, but it's got to be a free play for the Mavs. Admirals jumped offside very early. I think it's still 4th down here for the Mavericks. Brendan Sims, number 89, I think, lining up. You can tell by the way he runs. Oh, he's offside. Brendan Sims comes on the field, immediately jumps offside, and then proceeds to leave the field. He's done his job for the day. Congratulations, Brendan. And all the yards they just gained from that false start from the defense, they've lost on that offensive offside. Or false start, I should say. But the Mavs line up again. I can't help but feel like Ty Henry might unload here. Can't trust any of these sim lads. You said it, not me. Camera's in the backfield. It's expecting a throw. We might just get it here to the left. It's going to be a run, try to be blocked through the gap, and I think that's a first down. That is excellent play from Ty Henry, splitting the defenders and diving for the first. I did hear Joe Buchanan say on the sideline that these should get ready, though. There might just be a flag on the play. Cameron knew the future. Hey, look. We've got high technology here at the Mavericks. That's why the stream keeps cutting out every 5 minutes. It's the pinnacle of technology. Game remains 0-0 though. No score just yet for either team. Weird magnetic field around Drogheda. I'm not quite sure what you mean, but also I do understand. Drogheda is a mystical, magical place where things just happen. Matt's going to stream all their games from now on, yeah. Every stream is going to be live here on this YouTube channel, so you should subscribe. You should subscribe to the Mavericks YouTube channel. What are we doing, guys? Support local American football. Support Irish teams. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and it's going to be on the Admirals, I think. Massive field position here for the Mavericks, and you can't help but feel they should get on the scoreboard here. They're well inside the red zone, it looks. A 15-yard penalty on the Admirals is massive. But of course, the Louth Mavericks aren't complaining with that. And they're setting up here in a spread formation. Henry deep under center. Extra man on the O-line, but we've got two lined up on the left here. Let's see what Ty does. And Henry takes the snap. Finn goes to the left, fakes the handoff. Henry runs to the right, all on his own. Can he evade the last defender? Yes, he can. It's going to be a Louth Mavericks touchdown. Ty Henry scrambles into the end zone and puts 6 on the scoreboard for the Mavs. And yes, we have high tech here. It is 6-0 to the Mavs. Game. Yeah, that's game over. Ty Henry ends the game in the first quarter. The Mavs do tend to go for 2 points on their conversion. It looks like they're going to go for 2 here again. Henry stays on the field. They put the entire O-line on the left side of the field. What on earth is going on? Oh my goodness, a crazy side snap, and it might just come off here. It does indeed. A crazy looking play call, but that was absolutely phenomenal. A really, really good snap. The ref had some sort of issue with it. It was phenomenal to look at, though. I've never seen anything like that before. In all my year of watching American football, I have never seen anything like that. And it's an illegal formation on the offense. That's the call by the ref. Very harsh. For the love of the game, I think you've got to let that stand. That was phenomenal. And it's going to be, I think, a 5-yard penalty. But they're going to have the opportunity to replay the 2-point conversion. And so the Mavs line up again. Henry in the pocket. Finn O'Donovan standing beside him. Again, the Division 1 MVP last year is the running back Finn O'Donovan. It's not going to be a handoff. Finn goes to block. Ty throw to the left side of the end zone. He's wide open, and it's comfortably caught for the 2-point conversion. Beautiful play by the Mavericks. Separation was excellent for the wide receiver, and he simply caught it right under his chin. Beautiful stuff. And that is going to be 8-0 to the Louth Mavericks. Great start. The question now becomes, can the Admirals supply a reply here? They've stalled out on offense twice. They've never really got it going against this Mavericks defense. Let's see if this third drive for them can change that. And here we go. The Mavericks are about to line up and kick it off. They've come out of their huddle. An 8-0 start for the Mavericks. It comes down to the Admirals to make up for it. Here we go. They take the kickoff deep, and they're going to take a run to the right here. They're going to meet him at the line of scrimmage, and he's hauled down early. Brilliant defensive play. And the Mavericks, once again, just a step ahead. And there's a lot of varied experience for Mavericks players in this game. Plenty of guys who have played plenty of seasons. Ty Henry, I want to ask how many years he's been playing football. He said a lot. Some players like Owen Curtis have been playing football for 2 years. Same as Johnny Clements. Some other guys, David Lynch, have been playing for 13 years. 14 years for Donald Drew. Again, the Admirals go with the run, and they're stuffed after gaining a couple of yards, though. Ty Henry claiming to have won it back and going away with it. Stripped and running with it, complaining to the referees. Referees calling it down. Henry unhappy with the decision. Claiming to have stripped the ball and come away with it, but the referees are not going to agree. And there's a Cork Admirals player down. They're number 33. The Mavericks take the opportunity to take a huddle here. The Admiral trying to get the attention of some medical personnel, I believe, over on the sideline. Camera following everyone around. Someone in a high-vis vest is coming down. That's how you know he means business. Jack Compton on the sideline, wearing shades in Drogheda for some reason. Why is he wearing sunglasses? No one knows. He probably couldn't tell you. taking the opportunity to get some water on. It's going to be an injury timeout here for the Admirals. Bit of a shame to keep the momentum of this game down. We just saw what we thought was a strip returned for a touchdown by Ty Henry, but it's not going to come off. In the meantime, will I give you some fun facts about the current Louth Mavericks team? Let's have a look. Ty Henry said his best football memory was his high school conference championship and his first championship in Australia. Oh, my name's Ty and I play football in loads of different places. Grow up. Finn O'Donovan says his favourite footballer memory was winning the D1 MVP and the D1 championship twice. Serial winner at running back. Also was a quarterback in his own right until he came to the Mavericks and became a running back. Nathan Harty, Nate the Great, that's what we call him. His welcome to football moment was getting spear tackle versus Cork in the 2019 Youth League. Someone's saying hello to the stream. Hello indeed. How are you? That's Declan Mulvihill waving to the stream and saying hello. Hello, Declan. Declan's best footballer memory was the 2017 and 2026 Division 1 Championship wins. And when asked if there was anything he would like to add to this conversation, he said that he's 6'5" and he's 130 kg. So thanks, Declan. The injured player getting clapped off the field here. A real trooper. I feel bad for Kevin McKeown, 53 for the Louth Mavericks. His welcome to football moment was a 61-0 loss to UCD in 2014. 61-0. That's quite frankly unbelievable. And Eamon Ward's additional comment as well was for Ben Sweeney to play kitted football in 2027. Eamon, that is not going to happen. Absolutely categorically reject that one. Sorry, Eamon. He's a strong safety. So he'll be on this defense for the Mavericks. There he is, lined up on the left side of your screen. Playing corner, actually, not strong safety. Going to be a bit of motion here for the Admirals. It's going to be a toss. Trying to break through the middle. And they're gonna get stuffed again. Someone said Ty's an animal. I couldn't disagree more.
Hey, PR ready, PR ready. They already see you as the #1 target.
All the Mavericks lined up on the sideline. That's all the special teams players and the offense raring to go. We'll see if they get the opportunity sooner rather than later. Admirals come out again. The tight formation. The QB is going to take the snap. 2 in the backfield, so we're probably going to see a run here. He's going to pass it. He's going to unload it deep to the left. It's going to be dropped. But there's flags on the play. It's going to be pass interference, I believe, on number 5, Connor Keeley. Connor Keeley, the man with a book collection at home, keeps track of every single book that he buys and reads. Every single book that he wants to read. And funnily enough, the wide receiver read him like a book with that one. Joe Buchanan coming to the sideline to spread some valuable knowledge and information. He's the greatest linebacker that I've ever known. Just the only linebacker that I've ever known. Sorry, Joe. It's a very harsh DPI call, in my humble opinion, of course. As a footballing expert who's grown up around the game, it's just not true. Joe Buchanan states his greatest football memory is simply winning and nothing else, just the word winning. I don't quite know what to take from that, to be honest. At least it's not getting injured, because he's done a lot of that in his career. Let's see if he can cause some injuries instead of create them for himself with this possession. Under centre, handoff to the running back, and he is stuffed by Declan Mulvihill at the line. What a defensive play by Mulvihill. Waving to the camera saying hello. He didn't need to do that. Everyone could see him saying hello with that possession. Making his presence known at the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be a second down here, I think, for the Admirals. Not sure. Suppose we'll find out shortly enough. They're going to come out in a bunch, very tight formation. Quarterback is going to take it. Bit of motion. It's going to be a sweep. It is indeed a toss to 29. He is scything through tackles and stuffed, maybe with a yard gained. Really, really nice play again from the Mavericks. They're not letting anything go defensively. It looks like Ty's playing safety. I'm not quite sure. I haven't really been looking, to be honest, where Ty's been playing. But last I saw he was, yeah, Eamon Ward floats out to that cornerback position. Plenty of men on the offensive line again for the Admirals. It's going to be a throw over to the left. It's just over the head, but that was very, very dangerous. Very much a warning shot from the Admirals, but nothing going, and they're going to be punting here. But if the Mavericks are leaving holes like that in defense, then the Admirals have a way back into this game, and it might be through throwing the football. It's a risk-reward strategy, especially with the quality of defenders that the Mavericks have. Connor Keeley, for example, the greatest corner that I've ever known. Sorry, Eamon. But the Admirals are indeed going to punt. So let's see what this happens on this special teams play. There's a flag down. For whatever reason, on the offense or the defense, we don't know. False start on the kicking team. I think they're going to move this back 5 yards for the Admirals. Great news for the Mavericks. Give them a little bit more space to work with. Set them up in a great offensive position. Ty Henry's already running for a touchdown. Ty Henry forgot to wash his face this morning. Pile of dirt on him. That's what you get when you play cold, hard football, Jimmy. That's what you get when you play cold, hard football. You die for the love of the game. And the penalties have offset. It's a delay of game on the offense as well as, I think, a false start on the defense. Or on the offense, sorry. Oh my goodness me. It's a delay of game on the offense and a false start on the defense. Penalties offset. So it's just going to be a punt from the same position. All of that hullabaloo. And they're going to be kicking from the same spot. No, I won't be using the word hullabaloo again in this broadcast. Definitely not. Oh, maybe I will. We'll see. See if I can sneak it in anymore. Here we go. Admirals are about to punt. Defense call from the Mavericks sideline. The long snap gets off. It's going to be a clean punt. That's a great punt. Then the left sideline. The Mavs are going to be set up around the 30 to the 35. The energy is high here. Mulvihill upset that we're still in the first half. And that's the end of the first quarter. Took 45 minutes to get through the first quarter here. I am never going to be allowed to leave. They're going to swap over the sides, obviously. Mavs are going to be throwing down the field now for the second and the third quarter. And here we go, into the second quarter of action here. The Mavericks enter it 8-0 up and with the ball in their hands. Admirals haven't really got anything going on offense. We've got stacked receivers here on the right-hand side for the Mavericks. Let's see what comes from this play. Ty Henry whispering something to his running back, Finn O'Donovan. Yet to see him have an explosive play in this game just yet. He goes to block again. It's a designed run for Henry through the gap in the middle. He's still going, evading tackles. Henry still going. Finally taken down after a 40-yard. And now he's taken down. He was still up. It must have been a 45-yard gain for the old man. That was absurd football from Ty Henry. That was ridiculous. And they're going quickly again here. Trying to catch the defense napping. Harty bumps in slightly. The wide receiver on the right-hand side. Henry takes the snap. He looks to Harty first. Throws it up down to the back shoulder. And it's going to be dropped. Still quaking from that Ty Henry play, and it's going to be a second down here for the Mavericks. That designed quarterback run was absolutely deadly. Not because the Admirals didn't prepare for it. They had plenty of players in the box, but Henry managed to evade them all. And he takes the snap again. Henry again, another designed run through the gut, and he is hardly taken down. Henry once again scrambling back to the ball, looking to try and get something going quickly again, trying to catch the Admirals napping. Nathan Harty switches sides, now onto the left side. Henry takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff to Finn O'Donovan. Up the gut. Evades tackles. Evades more tackles. And gets into the end zone. It's 6 for the Mavericks. And Finn O'Donovan gets his first major contribution of the day. I'm sure there'll be more to follow. And that is going to be 14-0 to the Louth Mavericks. And once again, they're lining up for 2. Looking to make it 16-0 here. Looking to take this game at a canter. There's motion here. Wide receiver sweeping to the left. Henry takes a snap. It's a high snap. Throws a pitch pass round to the right-hand side. Is he ripped down? He's still on his feet. We don't know what's going on. I think he comes up short. He's still on his feet. Is he still on his feet here? Oh my god, he's going to throw it to no one. Now, I'm no American football expert, but that was a weird play. That was very odd. By the grace of God, it almost somehow worked, though. The Mavericks are going to stay on 14, just as they drew it up, I'm sure.
Alright, D, if we score again, that's it. Let's go.
I'm not sure if they got in the end zone there or not. The beauty of the VO camera, of course. But I'm going to operate under the assumption that they didn't, based on how far he dropped back and then threw it to the corner of the end zone while still being chased. And the Mavs defense looking to keep the foot down here. A lot of talk on the sideline about getting a defensive turnover. If the Mavericks do manage to get a defensive turnover, you may think this game is more or less done. Especially a defensive touchdown, a pick six, a fumble, a recovery, a strip. Ty Henry thought he had one earlier in the game. It might just happen again for him. The Cork Admirals trying to keep morale high with high fives and stuff. Friendship's not going to win you championships. The power of friendship is not enough to stop Ty Henry barreling through the middle of your defense. You can't help but feel like the Admirals have to get something going here as well. They've been fairly weak this entire game. They haven't really got much going on offense, and on defense they've looked a little bit frail. The Mavericks have sort of picked them apart with their running plays, and a few throwing plays that should have come off and didn't. Quarterback keepers have been a real issue for the Admirals. Ty Henry obviously scored a touchdown with a quarterback keeper, and also through the gut as well. I am not ruthless with my insults, okay? Who am I insulting anyway? It's only a bit of crack. What are they going to do? Stop me. They can't hit me as well because I don't play kitted, so. And flag, it would be a foul. Thank you very much. I'll take the yards. The Mavs are going to kick off here. It's a long kick. Sprinting down the field of the Mavericks. They're going to get blocked to the line. They're going to get through. A return for the Admirals is surely going to get stuffed, and it is indeed. Oh yeah, ruthless about the Admirals and the power of friendship. Yeah, well, you look, you know yourself. This is on the Mavericks YouTube channel, so hold that. Tell you what I really think. Oh, I can't do that. I can't do that, Jimmy. I can't tell you what I really think. They're gonna get me. Connor Keeley, the most athletic man I've ever seen in my life, lining up at number 5 here, lining up at cornerback. I'm not sure if that's rain, hail, or snow. I'm gonna assume it's not snow. But you can't help but feel a little bit of rain is not going to help the Admirals. So they're going to have to start throwing sooner rather than later. And the rain is only going to hinder their ability to catch the ball. A messy game helps the Mavericks now that they're 14-0 up. Actually, I think the scoreline is like out of place. Hold on, I'm just going to move it like that because it's kind of annoying me. And it's going to be a throw here for the Admirals, and it's, yeah, patted away. Great defense, clamps him up, and an Admirals player is down on the floor. But that was great defensive play from the Mavericks there, staying tight to the man. Rooting for the Admirals, good. I hope so. A little bit of back and forth would always be great. And, you know, playing American football in this country, we all got to support each other, don't we? It's been a great game so far. Very, very interesting. We've seen some explosive plays. Admirals finally deciding to air the ball out, almost to success there. It was a pass breakup for the Mavericks, but the Admirals trying to find a little bit of space here in their throwing game. They might come out and throw again, we'll see. Again, Connor Keeley drifting over to the right side of the screen here. He's just a brilliant cornerback. I'm terrified of him, I'll tell you that much. Not just as a football player, but just in general. Here comes the Cork Admirals, making the whole journey up to Drogheda. They don't want to leave empty-handed. Some sort of consolation, at least, would be worth it. Quarterback takes a snap. It's going to be a fake handoff, and he's crunched in the backfield by Ben Arugulan off the right-hand side. A ruthless edge rush, and the quarterback is absolutely stuffed. The one time they drop back to pass, he gets absolutely crunched. And the Admirals, looking to find a way back into this game, just found it a whole lot harder for themselves. Ben Arugulan with his 6th year playing football. Looked like an experienced vet in that one, lining up again on the edge of that O-line, or that D-line for the Mavericks. And you can't help but feel like this is going to be a passing play for the Admirals. Empty backfield, 4 wide receivers on the Admirals' left-hand side. Takes the snap, tosses it. It's going to be a wide receiver screen, and he is stuffed. Major defensive possession. Again, it's Ben Arugulan coming off the line. And sure enough, the Mavericks are going to bring out their punt return team. What a defensive possession for the Mavericks. Those are the type of possessions that crush your soul. Those are the ones that make you think you may never score. I'm sure the Admirals will get something going sooner or later. But for now, they're going to have to punt on 4th down, deep in their own territory as well. It's a good snap. Punt is long to the Mavericks' right-hand side. They're going to let it run. He's not going to pick it up. And the Mavs are going to take it deep in their own territory here. That was a very good punt. Giving the Mavs a long way to travel, but if Ty Henry decides to run 45 yards up the gut of their defense, I'm not quite sure that the length of the punt matters. I'd like to see more from Finn O'Donovan. Last week he jumped over someone. He jumped over a whole man. A whole human being. It was quite impressive. We'll see if he can do it again. Admirals may go home at halftime. We'll see about that. Once they start getting some movement going here, the Mavericks are going to have to respond. The Admirals just need to get something going here, first of all. But for now, Ty Henry's going to take another snap here for the Mavericks. And he does indeed. One-hands it. Almost went over his head. It's another designed run, and he gets crunched. The Admirals trying to get something going here. Spread formation for the Mavericks. Finn O'Donovan still in the backfield here. Ty Henry making some adjustments, I'm sure. Finn swaps to the other side. Now Ty's going to take the snap. There's going to be a handoff. It's not. Finn's going to block. Ty Henry's going to look to run again. He's going to look to run again down the left-hand side here. Might have a bit of space. Gets a few yards and gets over the sideline. It looks like there's going to be a flag on the play, I think. It's going to be holding against the Mavs O-line, I think. Holding number 77 on the offense. Donald Drew with holding. 14 years playing football. Heart Bowl winner in 2025. Claims that he is never done learning. Hopefully that's a learning experience for him. The Mavs with more silly mistakes that it's making their offense a lot more difficult. They're 14-0 up. They could be up a lot more. A couple of these mistakes didn't happen. Anyway, Ty's going to take a timeout. Bails out of taking the snap. Didn't like the look, obviously. Cork have done well to take advantage of the offensive mistakes by the Mavericks. Mavericks might be up 14-0, but every time they make an offensive mistake, Cork are right there. Mavs have just had explosive plays to make it work for them. They've had a Ty Henry run up the middle. They've had a Finn O'Donovan run into the end zone. They've had a Ty Henry run into the end zone. It's only 3 or 4 major plays that the Mavericks are winning on. Everything else is relatively evenly split. Silly mistakes for the Mavericks are being capitalized on by the Admirals' defense. And they're getting stops, but they're going to have to try and continue that here. The Mavericks go up with another touchdown here. It's going to be a long, long road back for the Admirals. Looks like the sky is clearing up, though, which is only going to help them. Bit of movement here on the Mavericks offense. Bit of movement from the Admirals trying to make up for it. And the Admirals look like they're stuffing the box as well. They've got 5 on their D-line, and they're going to rush loads. It's going to be a design run. Here comes, I think, it's Finn O'Donovan down the right-hand touchline, and he gets over the line for a first down. Out of bounds as well to save clock, trying to get a touchdown before the end of this half. The Mavericks again running hurry up, no huddle. Trying to get something going here. And it's Henry under center, takes the ball, it's a pass out to Finn O'Donovan, trying to get around defenders. He evades one tackle, but he's crunched by another. stuffed at the line of scrimmage. That's a great defensive possession for the Admirals. They look like they might be coming back into it here. And there's a flag on the play after the play. It's a clash between 68 for the Admirals and 21 for the Mavericks. Our 21 is Alan Minto. His welcome to football moment was when he volunteered to go first in an Oklahoma drill and ran straight into the wall that was their then Mike linebacker. Admirals for the win. Let's see it happen. They've had some very good defensive possessions. On offense, they've been very stunted, though. Eamon, I can hear you. They're talking about me on the sidelines. I'm not going to play wide receiver for the 2027 catered season. It's Connor Keeley and Eamon Ward. Blame them, okay? It's not going to happen. Over my dead body am I playing wide receiver for the 2027 catered season. Cut the nonsense. You heard the man. Declan Mulvihill is a man you do not want to mess with. 15 years playing football. Let's see if that experience pays off with this drive. Ty Henry under center again. Takes the snap and drops back. It's going to be a handoff to Finn O'Donovan up the gut. It's going to be a long run. He breaks it away, and it's a 25-yard game for Finn O'Donovan. There's the explosivity paying off. That is a major play for the Mavericks, and they are set up in scoring position. The clock is running, though. He was down within play, so the Mavs are going to move quickly here. But that was absolutely excellent. Ty Henry under center again. They've got a fullback in. It's going to be handed off to Finn O'Donovan. Again round the outside, finding space. Again taken down in bounds. But it's another first down for the Mavericks. Drafted number 1 overall is Ben Sweeney for the Louth Mavericks. Hell no. Hell no. Ain't no way. Mavericks again running hurry up, trying to keep the ball in play and keep the chains moving here. Henry again is going to be under center. Fullback still in for the Mavericks. It's a toss pass to Finn O'Donovan. Up the gut again. They can't stop him. Can he get round the left? He's going to be taken down in play again, but it's another big game from the running back. They're just constantly moving the chains here, and the Mavericks are well within scoring position. It's absolutely excellent play. It's textbook football, though. If something's working, just keep on hammering it until the other team find a way to respond. I think we're going to have a timeout here. Is that what my agent said? I don't have an agent. Hell no. I don't have an agent. I don't want an agent. Connor Keeley doing God's work, bringing the water onto the field for his teammates. He's such a great teammate. This is why they pay him the big bucks, that $250 million contract. Don't forget about that. All paid out of the pocket of Nathan Harty, by the way. Thank you, Nathan, for your generous donations. Connor Keeley running onto the pitch with water, being in the huddle for the offense, trying to sneak in a rep at wide receiver. It's not going to happen. Oh, he runs off the field. He's been kicked out. He's been told, no, you're not playing wide receiver. Go away. Maybe next week, Connor. Maybe next week. Let's see if the Mavs can reach 20 points here. A touchdown would do it. I'd imagine they'll be going for 2 points as well on the conversion. Henry under center, drops back again, hands off to Finn O'Donovan through the D-line, but he's going to get stuffed. But again, that Mavs offense is looking so venomous, especially when Finn's on the ball. He's so explosive in that backfield. The Admirals just can't quite figure out a way to consistently deal with him. Have I tried comedy? I have not. Hell no. Hell no. Ben on comms. I'm dangerous. I'm dangerous. Ty Henry takes a snap. It's another high snap, but he's going to go on a designed run here again up the gut. It's another small gain for the Mavericks. The Admirals are responding really well here in the red zone, but again, the Mavs are moving quickly. Trying to get the ball up the field as quickly as possible. The clock is running. It's a time crunch for Henry and the Mavericks. He's going to take another snap here. The question is Finn going to run off his shoulder, or is Finn going to block? Finn is going to run off his shoulder. Here he comes. Toss to the left. It's going to be Finn O'Donovan. And surely that's a touchdown for the Louth Mavericks. That's 20-0 for the Mavericks. An excellent offensive display. Finn O'Donovan taking 10 yards, 15 yards every single time. And that is going to be 20-0 to the Louth Mavericks. An excellent offensive run there. And they're going to go for 2 once again, I'd imagine. Finn O'Donovan's welcome to football moment was meeting Marty Maleri in the hole. Not quite sure what that means, Finns. I think you should keep that to yourself. Don't think you should be spreading that information on the internet. Camera's a little bit banjaxed. Can't see what's going on here. It's going to be a 2-point attempt, though, for the Mavericks. And it's going to be a run play, I think, to Finn O'Donovan. And he is in. We're going to call that a 2-point conversion, folks. Not quite sure what happened there, but we'll just, you know, pretend it was class. Pretend he, like, jumped over someone or something. Finn is a unit of a lad. Yeah, Finn is a beast. I played flag football against him once. First time I ever saw him was in the Flagging Tagging Joe Buchanan Memorial Holiday Bowl. And I lined up against him. I was like, geez, this guy is like a brick. He's huge. Someone tell the Cork bus driver to get the bus warmed up. Poor Cork. If they have a team bus, I'd be very surprised. I don't think the AFI can afford to subsidize team buses these days. Although that would be pretty cool. Actually, no, they probably do have a team bus. I shouldn't be harsh. I don't mean to be harsh. Camera is like Cork's D, not aligned, wobbly, and it's cut out 3 or 4 times. Oof. Oof. Scathing. I thought Cork's D has been pretty good. But to be fair, the Mavericks haven't leaned on Finn O'Donovan, and on that last drive, Finn took over, and the Admirals just didn't really have a response. This is going to be a mountain to climb, though, for the Admirals to try and get back into this game. 22-0, and it's not even half time. Let's see if they can get anything going on offense here. I'm not quite sure how long is left in the half. Hoping there's enough time for the Admirals to try and get something going here, just for the sake of the game. I have to watch this whole game, so I'm really hoping it's a good one. It's kind of squibbed kick out to the Mavericks' right-hand side. It's going to get chased down. I don't know where the camera is going. Cares obviously more about the referees, but I'm going to operate under the assumption that the Mavericks stuffed them very deep in their own half. Raman doing Madden videos now. Clearly, you can see it. I'm live and direct. Actually, this is Madden real life, Shane. This is called American football, so. Shane Magoo is the best centre I've ever seen in my life. He's a flag football legend. And he's a Maverick legend as well. And he's a nice guy too. He's a nice guy. We'll see if kindness prevails here in this game. The Mavericks are a sound bunch of lads after all. I'm sure the Admirals are lovely too. They're on the centre. Here we go. Let's see if the Admirals can get something going. I just combined their names into one. Here we go. Admiral's going to throw out to the right-hand side. It's going to be bobbled, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage. Stuffed. Absolutely crunched. I'm not quite sure who that was, but I'll just operate under the assumption that it was Connor Keeley. I've still not given up on this Admiral team just yet, though. There is hope left for them. They're having little looks. There's 1 or 2 little opportunities coming out in this game where you feel like they can get something going. We'll see what happens. It's going to be an empty backfield for the Admirals. Drop back. Quarterback takes it. It's going to be a throw, and it's out. Out of the hands of the receiver, number 89, the tight end. Connor Keeley picks up the ball. What a responsible young man. Tosses it to the sideline. Is this being played in Drogheda? It is indeed. It's being played at the Ollies. St. Oliver's secondary school. Connor Keely's stats going to be off the charts at this rate. Yeah, if anyone gets an interception, I'm just going to say it was Connor Keely. If anyone gets a strip, I'm going to say it was Connor Keely. Ben O'Rugelin's massive sack on the last drive against the Admirals. That was actually Connor Keely, if you couldn't tell. Pointing and directing traffic. Look at the leadership of that young man. And here come the Mavericks, dropping back to throw. It's going to be deep for the Admirals. It's going to be left to go. That was a poor throw. Nobody really in that area. And on comes the punt team for Admirals. By far their worst drive. They didn't really get anything going. They had a few opportunities for catches, a few dropped balls, a few bad throws. And they're just stalling out. They need to get going in this game quick before it gets away from them too much. Sure enough, the Admirals are going to punt here once again. Let's see this return. Let's see this return. Or is he going to be blocked? He's going to try and run it. And he's hauled down. Well within the red zone. I'd say 5 yards away from a touchdown. That could have been a safety from the Admirals. All these loud supporters and all they seem to do is talk about Cork. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. I think Ben likes that Connor Keely fella. I don't like him, okay? He just makes it easy, okay? I think the Mavs special teams do really, really well there, getting around the defense and getting in the face of the punter. Punter forced to do a little bit of running out to the right-hand side, dragged down, and you can't help but feel like the Mavs could make this 28-0. With the power of the running that Ty and Finn have displayed in that backfield. And that's going to be a soul-crushing play for the Admirals. Really, really bad set of downs for them. All 3 downs, they didn't get anything going. And then their 4th down punts put them even further back. And the Mavs have a chance to effectively end the game here with this possession. And Ty's going to take the snap. It's going to be a fake handoff to Finn. Ty is going to try and run it himself into the end zone. He's going to come up just short. That was an excellent fake handoff, though. We got one defender to completely bite on it. And it's getting windy for the VO camera. I'm half expecting the VO camera to fall over, to be completely honest. So please, you know, just be aware of that. But also, we haven't had many cutouts, touch wood, during the game. The quality's been a lot clearer, so that's been great. The Mavericks look like they've taken a 5-yard penalty here. Something's happened. Some sort of holding call or something. It's definitely going to stump their drive, but it's again the Louth Mavericks digging their own grave. Henry takes a snap, drops back, looks for a throw down the right-hand side. It's going to be over the head. Looking for a PI call. I don't think it's going to come. The Mavs are going to move to 3rd down here, I think. Mav trying to get something going here. They'll probably play all 4 downs. Henry calls for motion, sweeping to the right-hand side. And back to the left. I'm not quite sure what that did, but I'm not a professional. Henry with an organized run, toss to the right to Finn, trying to burst through the gap, taken down after a couple of yards of gain. They're onto a 4th down here.
Got that one. Got that one. Got that one.
The question is, will they kick? I don't think they're going to. They're going to play quickly here.
This one?
Back in their spread formation. Henry once again looking for a snap. A lot of space on the left-hand side of the field. Let's see what Henry sees. Takes a snap. It's going to be a throw. He's going to throw it over the center, and it's going to be caught. Excellent catch over 2 defenders. It's another touchdown for the Mavericks, and it's going to be 28-0 for the Louth Mavericks. That is a major result from that drive. He put the ball in the air. He trusted his wide receiver, and he made the catch beautifully. I'm not quite sure what number it was. I can't see with the quality of this camera what number everyone is. I'm sure someone will know. The Mavericks going for 2 once again, trying to make it 30-0. And I really struggle to see a way the Admirals come back into this one. The Mavericks have been fairly clinical with their opportunities, even with penalties. I think we're going to have another camera move away from the 2-point situation. I don't think we're going to see this. We can just see it based on the cheers, what happens. And I think they've blown it dead. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Hoping the VO camera fixes itself. Yes, yes. Move over to the right. There we go. Good. Just stay there for a little bit longer, please. Don't move back. Thank you. Really need to get a camera operator. I know the Mavs have the budget. They're after paying Connor Keeley $250 million for a 5-year contract. They've got to have the budget to get a cameraman or something. And I think it's going to stay 28-0. Mavs return team coming on. Or Mavs kicking team, I should say, coming on. And I believe it's 28-0. Tune in as well for the halftime quiz. At the halftime of this game, we're going to be doing a quiz. Just because. What else are we going to do for halftime? Everyone else is going to be in their huddles. So we'll do a little NFL quiz. And the winner of the quiz will win themselves a Louth Mavericks t-shirt. An XL Louth Mavericks t-shirt that they can keep for themselves and, you know, use. So stick around for the quiz at halftime. See if you can win yourself a t-shirt. See if you know ball, NFL knowledge. And if you Google anything, then you're not allowed. You're not allowed to do that. I'll kick you out the stream if you Google stuff. Louth Mavericks are going to kick it off 28-0. Looking for a touchback here. It's going to bobble into the hands of the Admirals. Let's see if they can get a good return going here. No, they're going to get absolutely stuffed. Good to see Cork not backing down. Hard to play Ironman football against a team that has fresh legs coming at you. Very, very true. Cork are still going for it, and I like to see it. Someone is screaming on the sidelines. I'm not quite sure what for. Now let's see what happens. Quick reminder as well, leave a like on the stream. Leave a like on the stream. We're going to be streaming every single game here for the Louth Mavericks for their whole kitted season. So don't forget to leave a like on the stream. It makes a massive difference. Gets us pushed out, get more people into the stream. Likes, every like gets about 10 views on the stream. So it'll make a big difference. It's kind of shilling out, but it is important. Admirals take another snap. They're going to look to throw and they're going to get crunched at the line of scrimmage. Oh my goodness me. There's a flag on the play, probably for excessive contact. It's what I can only imagine, which I think is a bit of a harsh flag, to be honest. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. I think the most subscribed to American Football Ireland YouTube channel has 277 subscribers. We're going to try and beat that, of course. I'm not sure who it is, though. I think it might be UCD. I'll have to have a look. You'll have to bear with me here for a split second. I'm going to get the halftime set up. Hello, there's my full face. We're going to put it onto the halftime stream. Nothing is happening right now, so don't you worry. We'll get this all set up for you guys. And there's no way to really do this, to be honest. We're going to have to like squish it in like this. That we'll have to do. Okay, back to the game. It just looks wonderful, doesn't it? Isn't it absolutely exceptional? Here we go. Admirals lining up once again. 28-0 to the Mavericks. It's going to be a toss to the number 8. Ben Arugula in the backfield once again. Takes him down for a loss. Ruthless defensive play from the Mavericks. And the Admirals just aren't getting a look in at all. Yeah, what do we think? What do we think? It's so, like, vertical and squished. Yeah, I'll have to find a way to, like, crop it or something, because it's just a little bit too big. We'll get this sorted anyway. But I might just have to squish it for this stream. We can work on it anyway. It's not a big deal. But yes, if you want to donate to the team, please do click on the QR code. Anyway, we're into another down here. Here we go. Admirals again dropping back, trying a throw. I think that was dropped. Was it caught? It's incomplete. It's an incomplete pass. We say try hold alt if you're cropping on OBS. Did that actually work? Oh, it does. Okay, let's just do that then. Because I tried to hold alt and it didn't work. So I'll just crop it. Hold on. There we go. Look at that. Oh, that is phenomenal, isn't it? That is so much better. All set up for the halftime. I bet you're excited now for the halftime show because it's gonna be phenomenal. You're welcome. Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks very much, Dylan. I really do appreciate it. Malone RFC, yeah. It's there twice. The audio was offset. Oh yeah, it's offset very, very slightly. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right for now. I might just have to put up with it for this first stream. Anyway, here we go. Mavericks once again, or the Admirals once again dropping back, trying to find a gap, trying to fire through himself. A QB run, and he's crunched. And there's going to be a flag on the play, I think, for a late hit. Who's the sexy guy with the goatee? This guy, obviously. You know who I am. Come on. I'm the sexy guy with the goatee. Anyway, the Mavs are going to have a penalty on them here. Yeah, never a flag. Very harsh. Wasn't a particularly hard hit as well, relatively speaking. If you've seen Joe Buchanan lay the thunder, you would agree. Going to be an automatic first down here for the Admirals. Much needed though, much needed. We're still in the first half here. Calls from the Maverick defense. Stop trying to hit the home run tackle. Just bring him down. And I can't help but agree. There's been a lot of sloppy mistakes here from the Mavericks. If Joe made the tackle, it should have been a flag. Amen. Calls of defense from the Mavericks sideline. That is what is going on right now. The camera's focused on Connor Keeley, which, to be honest, is the right place to focus on. Athletic specimen is an understatement. Reminds me of a defensive Julio Jones. Here we go. Admirals dropping back again, trying to find a pass. It's going to be a run indeed, and he's going to do a slide tackle into the defensive player there. I'm not quite sure what that was. So much more enthusiastic compared to UCD. Keep it up. Thank you very much. Well, yes, yeah, you know, the UCD commentator is not stiff competition. I'm trying to beef him. Trying to beef that guy. He does have the camera though in the bottom right. Maybe I should do that. Although a face cam is kind of, I don't know. I don't know if I can manage that. Don't know if I can keep that up. It's bad enough in the halftime broadcast having it up like this, you know what I mean? We are playing twice on May the 10th. I'm not quite sure what that's about. But you know what? That's not my job. So my job is to just talk about the game. Talk about the game. So here we are. My face is pretty. Oh jeez. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll take that. Very kind. Very, very kind. What can I say? God forbid a white boy has a bit of swag. Anyway, here we go. Mavs looking to keep the Admirals at a goose egg here, to keep their scores completely off the board. Connor Keeley instructed to just camp on this side. Tried to be a wide receiver earlier in the game. Brought water onto the field and everything. Did not pay off. Let's see if he can have a good defensive possession here. Empty backfield for the Admirals. They're going to throw, probably, once again. Sure enough, they are. They need that blocking, though. It's going to be a big long ball, and it's going to be intercepted in the backfield. picked off by Nathan Harty, trying to be run up the field. He's going to be taken down. That is a huge interception for the Mavericks. What a massive, massive play. Classic Nathan Harty, the Ohio State fan, the New York Giants fan. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful interception. Just dropped right into his hands. I did say any interceptions that happened, I would credit to Connor Keeley, but I'm not going to give that one to him. Sorry, Connor, mate. Nathan Harty looking like a prime Caleb Downs from his favourite Buckeyes. I don't know what he sees in the Buckeyes, but anyway, that's not my job. I'm not going to tell him who to support. He lines up here on offense. He can play both ways, unlike Connor Keeley. Sorry, Connor. Maybe next year. For now, Nathan lines up. Mavs are going to have a 1st and 10 here in a beautiful field position. Still 0 points for the Admirals. A defensive stop would help change that. Ty Henry scrambling, unloading deep. It's going to go, and it's going to be caught deep for the Mavericks. Hauled down at the 30-yard line. Massive play for the Mavericks. Trying to make something happen. That was an excellent play. Found space in the middle of the field, and the Mavericks again are moving the chains. And when you find that much space down deep for the Mavericks, you just can't help but see it. You can see the quality difference. You can just see the Admirals wilting. 1 or 2 big plays for the Admirals have cost them today. There's 7 seconds left in the entire half. I think the Mavericks are going to take a timeout here. Or maybe they did take a timeout. They just had to unload deep, and they made it work. You can't help but feel like the Mavericks have to throw here. 7 seconds left in the half. 28-0 to the Mavericks. They're going to try and end this game even more. Nathan Harty on the motion to the left-hand side of the field. Ty Henry takes the snap. He's going to go deep down the right-hand side. We don't know what's going on. And it's going to be caught. Although the referees are saying it is waved dead. There's a flag on the play. Indeed, there is a flag on the play. What a shame. Defense are offside. But the game cannot end at a defensive penalty. So time has expired. There's one more play. This is it. For the first half, this is it. Henry calls for the Mavericks to huddle here. The Admirals just have to defend this one play, and then it will be halftime. If they don't, it's going to be 34-0. The Mavs will probably go for 2 again to try and make it 36. Can't help but feel like the game is out of sight here for the Admirals. They're going to have a major turnaround in the second half. Henry calls for motion. Again, Nathan Harty in motion. Henry lines it up. Going to throw it deep to the right-hand side. Again, coming across the middle. It's going to be incomplete. The Mavericks are going to end the half 28-0 up. Great half of football for the Mavericks. Again, some sloppy mistakes. 1 or 2 little things not going their way. But all things considered, pretty good half of football for the Mavericks. Now we're going to go to the main event. We're going to go to the halftime quiz. Once again, I will say the winner of this quiz will win themselves a Mavericks jersey, or a Mavericks t-shirt, I should say, not a jersey. Now, I will say as well, this quiz, relatively speaking, is pretty easy. So, I feel like you can get a lot of correct answers here. So, I want to see answers in the chat. The first person to answer correctly will get the point, and we are going to go to the halftime show here. Here we go, folks. It's going to be the halftime show here for the Mavericks. This is our upcoming schedule as well. Get involved. In Maguire's Field, we're going to be playing against the Vikings on April the 12th. That is going to be coming up in 2 weeks' time. But for now, donate to the team. We need money for equipment and stuff, so go ahead and please donate. Also, subscribe to the Louth Mavericks YouTube channel. Let's get this quiz underway. Once again, to state the rules, I'm going to read out the question, and the first person to answer is going to get the point. Whoever gets the most points in this 10-question quiz is going to win themselves an XL Louth Mavericks t-shirt. So make it good. Don't mess it up, okay? And win yourself a Mavericks t-shirt. Even if you're not a Mavericks fan, you can still participate, okay? You can still participate. Okay, so here we go, right? Question 1, here we go. The question is, who holds the NFL all-time record for career passing yards? Get your answers in the chat as quickly as possible. Dylan Coyle with a Tom Brady, and he is correct. It's Tom Brady, so Dylan Coyle gets 1 point. 1 point for Dylan Coyle. Drew Brees, Shane, my boy, Shane, you're obviously working on delay here. Come on. Get that Wi-Fi going, okay? We need to be quick. I am checking because 2 people said Drew Brees. No, it is Tom Brady. 89,214 yards. Drew Brees has 80,358. So Tom Brady is the correct answer. Congratulations, Dylan Cole. You have 1 question correct. Okay. Question 2. Who is the NFL's all-time leading rusher in career yards? In yards, who is the all-time leading rusher? You can guess more than once if you want. Just spam your guesses in the chat. But yeah, who is the... Finn O'Donovan, honestly. Yeah, he's the all-time AFI rusher. But we're looking at the NFL here. Who's the NFL all-time leading rusher in career yards? It is Emmitt Smith. Dylan Coyle with another correct answer. What the hell? Absolutely cooking. And that's 2 points for Dylan Coyle. He's well on his way to winning a Louth Mavericks jersey. But it's still early doors. There's only 10 questions. But that's plenty of time. 8 more to go. Shane, you got to be quicker, man. You got to be quicker. Which quarterback threw the most touchdown passes in a single season? It was 55 touchdowns in a one season. Who was it? You're allowed to guess multiple times. If you want to spam guesses... Manning. Which one though? You can't just say Manning. That's the only surname. Okay, yeah, good. Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning is correct. Gavin McConnell is on the board. It is 2-1. Shane Magoo again, slow. You must be on a delayed stream. He must be 5 seconds behind everyone else for some reason. They probably don't have Wi-Fi from where he's from. He's probably getting this stream through Braille or something. Okay, get him. Okay. Question 4. Which running back set the single season rushing yards record in 1984 with 2,105 rushing yards? He just beat out some other guy. It's not Emmitt Smith. It's not Walter Payton. It is Dickerson. There you go. Eric Dickerson. Shane Magoo is on the board, folks. Oh, it's dangerous. Oh, it's scary. Shane Magoo is on the board. Eric Dickerson with 2,105 yards. Second place was Adrian Peterson with 297. And Jamal Lewis was third with 266. Barry Sanders and then Derek Henry follows those guys up. Moving on to question 5. The scores are 2-1 and 1. Question 5 is... Which receiver holds the record for the most career receiving yards? Jerry Rice is correct. Dylan Coyle is quick on the keyboard. Rapid stuff. And it's going to be a 3rd point for Dylan Coyle. Absolutely killing it. He's absolutely killing it. Halfway through the quiz now. A quick reminder once again, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I know I keep shilling out about it, but it is important. We're trying to be the most subscribed to AFI YouTube channel in the world. which we need like 250 subs, or like we need like 300 subs, I think. Say 300. Very attainable. We can do that. Question 6. How many receiving touchdowns did Jerry Rice score in his career? And I want this plus or minus 20. Okay? So let's say he scored 1,000. It's nowhere near 1,000. If he scored 1,000, I would accept 980, or I would accept 1,020. Anywhere in between. So you need to be plus or minus 20 from the answer. I don't want to give anything away about what like the number might be. $210, 243, 196. So Dylan Coyle was first. And Dylan Coyle again gets the point. That is ruthless. He got 197 receiving touchdowns, and Dylan Coyle gets 210. So he was within 13, which is within that 20 that I wanted. He's got his, how many points is that now? 4? All right. Okay. He's almost won the entire thing. If Dylan Coyle gets the next question right, it's over. He's won. And he's getting himself a Louth Mavericks XL t-shirt, so enjoy that. Some good guesses, though, in the chat. Most of you guys were right, but you guys are slow. You've got to be on it. Shane was the closest, but I don't care. It's the quickest answer within that 20. Like I said, it's the first person to be correct. Yeah, Shane, that's the rules, okay? I make the rules, and those are the rules. Answer quickly. That's the whole quiz. Which team holds the record for the most points scored in a single NFL season? Not how many points. What is the name of the team? Shane's complaining too much. He might be too slow. Again on the keyboard. It is the Broncos. Peter Cowan out of nowhere gets a point and staves off Dylan Coyle's charge. Oh no, he hasn't. It's actually over. Because Peter Cowan now has 1 point. Gavin McConnell has 1 point. Shane has 1 point. And Dylan Coyle has 5 points. With 3 questions to go, no one can possibly catch him. We will still do the remainder of the questions, though. There's only 3 left. Adrian Peterson rushed for 2,097 yards in 2012. But he did miss some games. How many games did he miss in that season? Three, 4, 2, they're all incorrect. 8, bruh, no. 5, no. It's the most obvious one that no one has said. He did miss at least 1 game, but how many games did he miss? 15, Shane. No, he didn't get 2,000 rushing yards in a single game. 0, no. 1 is correct. He missed a single game. He missed a game. And he gets another point. Peter Cowan on the board for another. I'll keep doing the quiz. It's already over. So congratulations to Dylan Coyle for winning his XL jersey. But we'll keep quizzing it up here. It's still going to be half time for a little bit longer, but don't you worry. Okay. Which quarterback holds the record for the highest single season passer rating? Who is it? Who has got the highest single season passer rating? Drew Brees is incorrect. Nick Foles is incorrect. That boy can sling it, though. Shout out to Philly Special. Mavericks looking like they're warming up here for the second half. Rodgers is correct. Ooh! Shane Magoo from the top rope. Let's go. Bonus point. What was his average? What was his average passer rating for the entire season? Just for fun. This one doesn't matter how quick you are, just whoever's the closest. Because I make the rules. This is my quiz. Okay, Shane got it bang on. It's 122.5. Okay, so he's obviously looked it up. Ruining the quiz, Shane. You're ruining the quiz. The record for the most receptions in a single season is held by which player? Who's got the most receptions in a single season? Look at your answer. Where is your answer? Jerry Rice is incorrect. Marvin Harrison Sr. is correct. Peter Cowan with the ball knowledge. Just a shame you came to the quiz late. Is your favorite QB? Oh, so you just knew it. Okay, fair enough. Michael Thomas, no. It is Marvin Harrison Sr. 136 receptions. Crazy. Crazy amount of receptions. Mavericks seem to be warming up here, same as the Cork Admirals. So we might be heading back to the broadcast. But if you want, I'll throw a couple extra questions in there. May as well. I mean, they're literally just like warming up, like doing like, yeah, whatever. So it's still the halftime show. I'll ask the AI to give me 5 more. Give me 5 more, and I'm going to say make them unique, because this should be fun. Thomas has like 150. Well, then the AI is wrong. Okay. But all-time leading receptions. Let me see. Oh, it is Michael Thomas. Oh, then the AI lied. Yeah, okay. In that case, Shane Magoo is correct. It is Michael Thomas with 149 receptions in 2019. That's very odd. I don't know why it was wrong. Well, Shane gets another point. There you go. Well done, Shane. You still lost, but well done. Okay. 5 more questions. 5 more questions, and then we'll get back to the game. This is so rigged. Bro, it's not rigged. Okay, just play the quiz, okay? Which kicker holds the NFL record for the most career field goals made? What's his name? Name of a guy. That's it. This is a brand new quiz. These 5 questions are a brand new quiz. Who scored the most? Vinatieri is correct. Dicker the kicker? I wish. No, Vinatieri is correct. 599 field goals for Adam Vinatieri. Deadly. Deadly, deadly stuff. So, Myles Garrett set the sack record this season in the NFL. Who did he eclipse to take the record? What was the name of the guy? I'm looking for the name of a guy. Morton Anderson? Was he the guy who had like no toes? And he just had like a block on his boot? Michael Strahan is correct. Peter Cowan, quick on it. Quick on it. He's too sharp. Okay. Next question. Which quarterback holds the record for the most consecutive games with a touchdown pass? It's 54 games. Oh, trying to hide the hairline over here. Brady is incorrect. Brady is incorrect. Although it does feel like a Brady record to have. It's just not. It's not Thomas Brady. Rodgers is incorrect as well. Breeze is right. Shane Magoo on fire. For some reason. Good stuff. Congratulations, Shane Magoo. 2 more questions here. Which team has the most Super Bowl appearances of all time? Which team has been to the most Super Bowls? Patriots is correct. Clare Mylan is back in the game. Let's go. It is indeed the Pats. And the final question of the quiz before we get back to the game, because the teams are starting to huddle up here in the field. So we're going to get back to the game very, very shortly. Shane Magoo on Google, honestly. Well, no, he's got ball knowledge, though. He actually does have ball knowledge. Fast on the Googles. Wow, double the 2 accusations here for Shane McGuire. Okay. The question is, name a player who has got a 99-yard touchdown. Any player who's got a 99-yard touchdown. Wes Welker. Yeah, Wes Welker is correct. That is sharp. Derrick Henry is also correct, but Wes Welker, a 99-yard touchdown, is indeed correct. And Peter Cowan comes through with another correct answer. Anyway, congratulations to Dylan Coyle for winning the Mavericks t-shirt. I'm not quite sure how we're going to get it out to you, but I'm sure we'll figure it out eventually after the stream and stuff. So we'll get that sorted to you. Finn O'Donovan honestly probably has at this point. But let's get back to the stream here. You're going to say goodbye to my lovely face. Let's see here. Yes. We're so back. And we'll get the audio back on as well. Let's go. Back in business. Get that face off my screen. Get that text out my chat, man. The hell out of my chat. And we're getting back to the game there. Here we go. Admirals have a hill to climb, and they'll be, I think, kicking here. Mavs will have possession to start this second half. Touche. Yeah, fair enough. Let's see what the Mavs... Selling an XL Mavs t-shirt. Yeah, I'll buy it off you. It's a prized possession. It's very, very, very lovely quality, I'm sure. And here we go. The Mavs looking to return here. Screams of Georgia coming from the Admirals line. I have no idea what that means. It's going to be a big kickoff for them. And to the Mavs' left-hand side. And it's going to be fielded and returned. Let's see what the Mavs can do with this one. Cutting up the defense. Getting extra yards on the right-hand side. Trying to evade defenders. Still going over midfield. The Mavs have beautiful position here for their offense. Over midfield. 28-0 up against the Admirals. And they're in fine position. Double it and give it to the next person. Yeah, of course. It was yours if Ben's AI wasn't wrong. That's just incorrect. You got too many questions wrong, buddy. Hey, look. Maybe you'll win. Maybe you'll win in the next game, okay? Maybe you'll win the next one. Ten-yard penalty from the spot of a foul for something. I'm not quite sure. I think it was on the Mavericks, though. So they're going to go back over midfield into their own half. And here come the Mavs, their first play from scrimmage. Here we go. It's going to be a toss straight forward on a jet sweep, trying to evade the final defender, getting round the outside and taken down, short of a first down, but it's going to be a second and medium look here for the Mavs, probably a 2nd and 4. Although there seems to be a flag on the play. Once again, so many penalties in this game, honestly. Holding for number 21 on the offense. That is Alan Minto. The Mavericks are going to have to pick it up again, but they will. They will. Taking back a significant way, though. It's going to be a 1st and 15 here, I think. Mavs trying to get going here in the second half. They do have a significant lead. Touchdown in the second half would make a massive difference, though. Might just put them to the sword. Ty's going to throw down the right-hand side. It's going to be caught over the head of the Admirals defender. Taken down over midfield. What a grab! Absolutely exceptional play. Getting up there before the defender. Grabbing it on his head. I think he just put the Admirals player out of American football. Mossed him. And it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Mavs. What a catch. Absolutely exceptional play. Ty trying to keep the tempo high here. Henry's got Finno in the backfield. Trying to make something happen. He's got Nathan Hardy in the slot. A technical right runner. Getting up the field. And it's going to be tossed to Finno. Makes one miss. Trying to get round. Makes another miss. Down the left sideline. Makes another miss. And then swallowed up after a 20-yard gain. And when this Mavericks offense gets flowing, it is very, very nice to see. Beautiful throw. Grabbed on someone's head. Finno making 3 or 4 players miss. Touchdown here to keep the momentum high for the Mavericks would be ideal, and it might just kill off this game completely for the Admirals. Although the Admirals take, or the Mavericks take a huddle very deep behind the line of scrimmage. Of course, going to be a first down for them, but let's see if they can make it count. Mavericks line up. Ty Henry tries to get them down instead. Got David Lynch at center here over the top of the ball. Let's see if that O-line can hold up still. And Ty takes the snap. It's going to be a throw deep to the right. He's got a man and he's holding in for a touchdown. Excellent grab over the shoulder. Henry floats it over the top. Hauled in beautifully. Falling all into place for the Mavericks with 3 plays, 3 possessions, all for major gain. Wide receiver running over to the sideline, smacking himself on the head. Not quite sure what to make of that, but he did just catch a touchdown over someone, so I do kind of understand it. And the Mavericks, hold on, I better change the score before I forget. The Mavericks are 34-0 up here against the Admirals, and they're looking to make it 36 with this 2-point conversion. Stacked receivers on the left for the Mavericks. Henry takes a snap, looks for another fade ball to the right, and it's grabbed over the head. Beautiful take, and that's going to be 36 for the Louth Mavericks. Absolutely excellent run on the offense there. They stalled out a little bit early. Again, they had a penalty to deal with. But the Mavericks made it count. 4 plays, including that 2-point conversion. Absolutely deadly. 3 throws to the right, 3 grabs, and the Admirals are scrambling a little bit here. This is starting to get a little bit ugly for Cork. But the beauty of football is they're going to get the ball back and they're going to have a chance to do something with it. And for whatever reason, they're calling the Mavericks offense back onto the field here. Looks like they're going to have to retake the 2-point conversion, wipe those 2 points off the board, it seems. Interesting. Very, very interesting. VO camera focusing on the Mavericks sideline for whatever reason. Dara making his way off the field. Hell of a player in himself. A DKIT Maverick and the flag football team. They're away in Limerick at the moment, playing the the DKIT team are playing in the playoffs. Just lost the ability to speak. Don't worry about that. Yeah, the DKIT Mavericks, a subsidy of the Louth Mavericks. Playing in the playoffs in Limerick for the flag football intervarsities. Anyway, Ty Henry takes a snap on this 2-point conversion. Toss it to the left this time, and it's broken up. That's good defense. I thought it might be pass interference, but no. It's going to be 34-0 to the Mavericks. They don't make that 2-point conversion count. But you can't help but feel a 34-0 lead is still insurmountable for Cork based on the way that they're playing. Just have a little bit of a lull after this, but the Mavericks still buzzing after that incredible offensive possession.
Yeah, we're good. You stay.
Let's see what happens. I think that's Sunshine coming off the field there. Oren O'Kane, they call him Sunshine. I don't know why, but they just do. I think because he's blonde. I think it might be as shallow as that. I should really know this, though. I think he told me, but I don't remember. I'm terrible with names. Anyway, that's not important. The Admirals are going to receive here again. They're going to try and make something happen in offense. They've stalled out all day. The wind is whistling here as well at the Ollies. And the kick is going to be away again. Let's see if Cork can return. And he's going to kneel it out. Okay, going to let it go for a touchback. And let's see what this defense can do. Ben O'Rourke has been absolutely destructive on the edge of that D-line for the Mavericks. He's been absolutely running the show. He got a mega sack earlier in the game. He's been an absolute nightmare for the Admirals O-line to deal with all day. Let's see if he can make some more damage here. Let's see if Conor Keeley can get himself a interception. Of course, he's had one already. Well, it wasn't him, it was Nathan Harty, but we'll just say it was Conor Keeley and just call it that. Eamon Ward lining up a cornerback on the near side. That's your number 22. Going to have Nathan Harty at deep safety. It's going to be a bad snap. Dropped on. And that works for the Mavericks. The Admirals losing yards. The Admirals travelling all the way up to Drogheda, trying to make something happen here. It's like a 3 to 4 hour drive all the way up to Drogheda. And they can't leave empty-handed. The quarterback takes a snap, hands it off to the running back, trying to run up the gut, but he's stuffed. Might have gained a couple of yards, but it's not going to be enough. It's going to be a third down here for the Admirals. Again, they're stalling out on offense. This Mavericks team just looks so well coached. It's just a level above. Granted, the penalties have really hindered them in this game. The Mavericks, that is. The penalties have really gotten in the way. But other than the penalties, the Mavericks have been absolutely exceptional. Relying on Finn O'Donovan, of course. Ty Henry himself running a couple of quarterback design runs. And then a few throws on the last drive, including a head topper by the wide receiver. It was absolutely disgusting. Some beautiful catches, some beautiful plays. Let's see if the defense can get anything going here. It's going to be a run, toss out to the Cork right-hand side. He's going to get stuffed, not even close. And the Admirals are probably, they might actually go for this on fourth down here. Just to try and get something going. Eamon Ward going over to make sure. Nate standing on the sideline complaining. I think he's got a sore finger or something. Not that I'm a medical professional, of course. Henry crawls onto the pitch here. Admirals are going to set up at their right hash marks. Near side hash marks. Let's see what they can do. Admirals setting up in a strong left formation from the Mavericks perspective. It's going to be a deep snap and a punt. Will they fake it? That's the only question I have. Are they going to? No, they're not. They're going to get the punt off this time around. And it's going to stay in. Ball is live. Sunshine has still got this here. Trying to find his way around the defense. He's crunched eventually. There's a flag on the play as well. Not quite sure what that's for. I think it might be on the kicking team. Bit of confusion here as to what's going on. The kicking team and the returning team. Special teams, obviously a little bit more confusing. People waving at the camera. Hello, Ben. I can see you, but you can't see me. The flag is going to be on no one. They're going to wave off the flag. Okay, here we go. The Mavs offense get to take over once again. They get another touchdown and they can put 40 on Cork's head. Unprecedented result, really. I think the Mavs expected to win this game. I don't think they expected to win in this fashion. I find it very difficult to see Cork getting back into this one. But you never know. Sports are weird. American football in particular is a funny sport. You never know. Again, Henry going to take the snap here. Waving Finn O'Donovan to the other side. His feared running back. Let's see what Ty can do. He's going to take the snap, and it's going to be a pitch out to Finn. Finn O'Donovan down the right-hand side, trying to make a defender miss. He does so successfully, tries to chop it back, and he finally gets taken down after a major gain again. Finn O'Donovan is killing. Once again, the Mavericks moving into hurry up. Trying to catch the Admirals napping, trying to catch the Admirals tired. And it kind of feels like right now, the Admirals are breaking. The Mavericks can kind of do what they want. They've been running the ball successfully. They threw it very successfully on the last drive as well. Did drop the 2-point conversion, but other than that, they were perfect. Mavericks gonna air it out here. It's gonna be dropped! Sunshine, Oren O'Kane letting the ball go through his own hands. Sunshine is better than that, and he knows it. He's a top quality footballer, normally catches balls like that. Wearing that number 17 jersey. Don't want to say that this game is over, but we need the Mavericks to pick up the pace a little bit. Again, still sloppy mistakes, still issues to iron out. It's a pitch to the left. It's gonna be Finno around the left-hand side. Still got it here. And they're going to say he's out of bounds for a gain. He's gained like 30 yards or something. Jesus, Finno, you're a joke. Sunshine used to play for the Cowboys? I actually think he did. I'm not sure though. So don't quote me on that. I don't know. Connor Keeley on the sideline, the number 5, just at the bottom left of the screen. Okay, he's off the screen now. Rip. Anyway. Still trying to be involved in the offensive play. Still can't happen. Ty Henry takes the snap. It's going to be a fake handoff and then falls down. That one's not going to make the highlight tape. Sorry, Ty. But the Mavs still looking like they're going to be moving here. Sunshine lined up on the far left. Will he be targeted again? Cork playing a very high press. Harty's in behind. So is the wide receiver on the right-hand side. It's slightly overthrown. But the Admirals playing very aggressive defense here. Could be prone to some deep balls trying to unlock the entire thing. When you press like that for wide receivers, it's a dream. Especially if you're on a deep route. Just hop into a split step and try and make something work around the defender. It's so one-on-one. Look, as a wide receiver myself, you know? I absolutely love it. Take a defender on one-on-one and try and make them miss. They have the same high press going on here. Looks like they're going to blitz the safety, but Ty's going to throw it to the right-hand side, and it's going to be dropped. Another messed up throwing play for the Mavericks. Maybe the quality of the passes, maybe the quality of the catching on the previous drive was an anomaly instead of the pattern. We'll see if anything changes here. Worst comes to worst, just do a handoff to Finno for 25 yards. Ty Henry is going to take another snap here. Finn swaps sides to the right-hand side. 4 receivers lined up here for the Mavericks. Let's see what happens. Ty takes the snap. Run it to the right. He's going to throw it again. The big hit on the quarterback. It's been overthrown. Not a single flag on the play here. Ty looks a little bit banged up. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen here.
Defense, get ready.
Mulvihill jokes about the field goal team. I actually don't think the Mavs have a field goal team. I think that like they've just gone for 2 points every single time. I don't think they have a field goal team. And they're going to line up for it again here. Let's see what they can do. Ty Henry banged up on the last possession. Let's see if it'll make a difference in this one. Takes a snap. Finn comes out of the backfield. It's a throw to the left-hand side. It's going to be overthrown again. Just out of the reach of sunshine. And the defense for the Mavericks come trotting onto the field. They couldn't make it work on that drive. The passing wasn't really clicking this time around. Tells you all you need to know. The Admirals have defended that one pretty well. Let's see if the Admirals can get something going here. It's a statement I feel like I've said a lot of times over the course of this game. I've always had hope for the Admirals to try and get some offensive possessions running. They haven't really had any big explosive plays. It's going to be a handoff here. Ben Arugulin reads it really well, but gets evaded and then gets hauled down. Admirals getting nothing again. The Mavericks are just suffocating them on defense every single time. Stuffing the box really, really well. And you can't help but feel bad for the Admirals. You can't help but feel bad. The commitment it takes to come the whole way up here. The whole way up to Drogheda from Cork just to get absolutely stuffed like this. It is soul breaking. Good snap. Handed off once again. Up the middle. There's a run. Nice. Couple of yards there for the Admirals. They'll be looking for a little bit more of that. Again, effective defending from the Mavericks still. Very clinical. Didn't miss any tackles or anything like that. It was just a good play call. Calls from the Mavericks sideline to wake up here, despite being 34-0 up and no signs of slowing down. I'm not quite sure where that comes from, but okay. This is why I'm not the head coach of the Louth Mavericks. This is why I'm the commentator. Low snap. Quarterback is going to throw it over the middle. No one is there. He's about 5 yards short of his receiver there. And the Admirals are going to punt. It's a shame for the Admirals, but we'll get to see the Mavericks offense once again. Hopefully they'll keep airing it out. Even though the connection between Ty and his receivers hasn't been flawless today. Hope he still airs it out. That's a good long snap and a good punt. Admirals making it work. The ball is plopped in the middle of the field. It's going to roll. Picked up by the number one. Evades tackles. Evades another. He's going to try and cut it back. Still going here. Still on his feet. And now taken down for a couple of yards again. He's absolutely buzzing about it for making up 7 yards. Congratulations. He did catch a touchdown earlier though, so do you know what? Fair enough. That was pretty sick, to be fair. Let's see what the Mavs offense can do once again. 34 points up in this game. It's been a shutout on defense, and it's been fairly good on offense. I feel like the Mavs defense has been absolutely clinical. Hasn't let the Admirals do anything. The Mavs offense has been a little bit stop-start at times, but once they've got going, they've been a pleasure to watch. Some of those catches have been exceptional. The running plays have been amazing. Finn O'Donovan, once again, a standout. That Mavs O-line moving people around as they should. That's what you pay him for. Brendan Sims lining up on the left-hand side now alongside Nathan Harty again in the slot. Takes the snap. It's going to be a toss again to Finn O'Donovan. Plenty of space on this right-hand side. Cuts past the defender. He's gaining several yards. Beats another off his chest. And then gets dragged down to the 20, in and around the red zone. There is a flag on the play, though. But another Finn O'Donovan masterclass. I don't quite know how he does it, to be honest. This is why he won MVP last year for the whole league. That league was Division 1, though. which is the second tier. This is the Premier Division. This is their first time being here. Last week they beat UCD. The foul is on the offense, so they're going to be losing yards here despite that great play. Ty is going to try and get the move the ball very, very quickly though. Trying to get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. Smart of him to try and catch the defense napping. Brendan Sims and his multicolored gloves. Don't ask me about that. I'm not quite sure what to tell you. Ty's going to take the snap here. Let's see what happens. Low snap. Ty catches it very, very nicely. Big throw ball. Dropped by Sims on the left-hand side. Just went through his hands. Someone on the sideline said it's the colored gloves. I couldn't agree more. And the Mavericks have had opportunities for major explosive plays in this game. They just haven't made them happen. The ball has been about an inch ahead of the wide receiver about 4 or 5 times now over the course of this game. I'm sure they'll diagnose why that is in the film room. The Mavs line up again. Here we go. See if they can hit their right technician, Nathan Harty, in the slot. Ty's going to take a snap here. At some point, I'm sure. Will he take the snap? Come on, Ty. Take the snap, Ty. Come on. There we go. Finally takes the snap. Another low snap for him. He's going to get flooded by the defense, and he gets absolutely stuffed. Ty Henry is no more than a bump in the road now. That Admirals D-line flooded through. Let's see if the same happens again. Maybe the Admirals have hit a little bit of a stride here. Maybe they found something. Ty takes another snap. He's going to throw it. It's going to go to Brendan. He's not even looking at the ball. Ty threw it ahead of him. Brendan ran a comeback. Not quite sure what happened there. Disconnect, obviously, between the wide receiver and the quarterback. Not the first time we've seen that in this game. Not only from Brendan, but from multiple players. Mavericks still trying to iron some kinks out for their offensive game, but they are still very, very effective. Worst comes to worst, give it to Finn, you know what I mean? The Mavs line up again. 2 wide receiver to the left-hand side. Again, Harty in the slot. Again, Sims out wide in the X. They're taking yards. Must have been a penalty on the Admirals. For something or other. I'm not quite sure, but it's going to be a fresh set of downs here for the Mavericks. Something for Ty to work with. He's going to take the snap. Henry on the snap, looking on the left-hand side. Brendan Sims beats his man. He's not going to get the ball. Ball's going to go to the right-hand side of the end zone and dropped. Again, that passing connection letting the Mavericks down. And Henry's going to come cantering off the field. For some reason or other, he's going to get some water. It looks like a timeout. It is indeed. It's going to be a timeout for the Mavericks. First timeout of the half. 1 minute and 18 seconds left now in this third quarter. Yeah, while the Louth Mavericks have been dominating this game, that goes without saying. Their game still has some left to be desired. That passing game really does need to improve, especially when they face tougher opposition. If they want to win the league this year, they're going to need to push that. But there's still plenty of positives to take from this game. In particular, their run-stuffing defense has been exceptional. Great linebacker play from the Mavericks. They have a pick as well. Nathan Harty down at safety, picked one off. He lines up in the slot as well. And there's turf wars going on in the chat right now. As far as I'm concerned, the Mavericks come out in the bunch. Here we go. We've got one wide receiver out to the right. Everyone else is fairly bunched up. Finn O'Donovan's going to swap left to right and back. Great take from the snap from Ty. Folded off to number 21. Round the outside of the defense. He's going to get a haul down inside the red zone. And there's a big flag on the play. That ref threw that like 20 meters. Just a look at the Mavericks sideline here as well. Ready to go on defense again to try and keep the Admirals shut out. But this is a major scalp to take for the Mavericks, beating UCD last week in the way that they did. Ty Henry going out, Nathan Harty taking over at quarterback, throwing a touchdown himself. Now dominating Cork in the fashion that they have. You can't help but feel like the Mavericks are going to be one of the favourites this year. Let's see if they can prove it once again with another offensive drive turned into a touchdown. Ty takes a snap. It's going to be handed off around the outside. The player is still up, but he's going to be dragged. And they're going to pull this up. The Mavs are going to have to go again here. I can hear them talking on the sidelines. Feel like a fly on the wall here. This is great. Very interesting. Anyway. 10 seconds to the snap. Ty Henry's going to be under center here. He's going to take it off. Here we go. It's going to be a handoff to Finn. Can he get around the outside of the defense? He gets hauled down by the edge rusher. Excellent defense from Cork. And again, the Admirals have shown sparks. They have shown sparks in this game. The Mavericks are running hurry up. Here we go. They're going to go again here. It's going to be a throw to the right-hand side. It's a one-on-one. It's overthrown. Once again, that lack of synchronicity with the wide receivers showing. It's going to be the end of the third quarter for the Mavericks. We're going to move down to the other end of the field, I believe. And we've got Barry McDonald doing the water. Good man, Barry. Good man yourself. A lot of respect for that, of course. Someone's got to do it. Connor Keeley's had his job taken again. He used to be the water boy, now he's not. He used to be a wide receiver, now he's not. Poor guy. At least he's getting a €250 million contract. Anyway. The Mavericks in deep discussion about what to do with their next offensive play. They've been ruthless so far on the ground. Finn O'Donovan's going to line up here on the line of scrimmage. And they're going to have Alan Minto in the backfield. All right, Minto, let's see it. Bit of motion, Finn over to the right-hand side. Ty's going to take the snap here. Let's see what the Mavs can do. Ty's still in conversation with his receivers, stacking them up. And Finno takes the snap. And Minto's going to be blocking. Ty's going to throw. Back shoulder to the left-hand side. It's going to be dropped. And that was fourth down. Again, the Mavericks coming off the field with no points to show for it. And they got a touchdown early in the half, and that was it. Failed to convert on the 2-point as well at the start of the half. It's 6-0 just for the second half here. We're going to be ending the third quarter here at some point with the Admirals on the ball, probably. The Mavericks have been so effective on defense. They haven't let the Admirals get any sort of start whatsoever. Let's see what they can do this time around. Brendan Sims with his multicolored gloves tracing his way down the sideline. Probably thinking about balls that he should have caught. He's a good football player though, Brendan. I'm sure he'll be alright. Doesn't drop many. The Admirals are going to have a 1st and 10 here, deep in their own territory. It's going to be a fake handoff. The wide receiver the quarterback looking for a throw, still trying to scramble on his own. He's not going to find anything here. Just a quick reminder, leave a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel as well. Join the Louth Mavericks on YouTube. Subscribe. It's free. It's free to subscribe to help out American football in Ireland. You should subscribe to the Louth Mavericks. It would make a big difference. Every subscription really does genuinely make a big difference. So please do leave a like on the stream. Please do subscribe. It all makes a big difference. Thought I'd bring it up here as the Admirals head into their 2nd down. QB takes a snap, looking right. He's going to hand it off and he's going to get clamped at the line of scrimmage. Again, nothing going in that running game. The Mavs D-line just shedding their blocks and getting him down. Sunshine scammed you with his fitness program. Told you that if you did pull-ups with your helmet on, you'd be ripped for this. Okay, well, that's your fault. Why was it important to keep your helmet on? That's ridiculous. Something's going on. Someone's running onto the field. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Referee's just kind of chilling with his hands in his pockets. Just a chill guy having a chill day. Oh, there's an injury for their Admirals. He's getting hauled off. Next guy up. Next guy up indeed. The referee's thinking about what he's going to have for dinner. I hope he's not from Cork. He's got a big long journey ahead of him if he is. Not even playing football. Travel 3.5 hours just to ref. That's bleak. Poor guy. The refs help keep the game going though. We do need the refs. Very grateful for them, even if the decisions are wrong. Of course we're going to say that their decisions are wrong though. Of course we are. But we do need the refs and we are grateful for them. Ty Henry barking instructions from the sideline. Shut up, Ty. Calm down. Admirals take a snap here. They're looking to throw. He's going to find a man to the right, and he's going to get caught. Admirals trying to get down the left-hand sideline here. He's going to get pushed out of bounds. That is by a mile the Admirals' best play of the entire day. For 30 yards, that was. Exceptional play. It did look like busted coverage, though, from the Mavericks. Their defense was kind of all over the place, and there was so much space on the Admirals' left. Admirals left, Mavericks right. It was wide open for plenty of yards after the catch. Made up for the space fairly well with a good defensive play to get him out of bounds, but still poor to leave those kind of gaps. They're going to have to try and redeem themselves here. It's definitely the worst Mavericks defensive possession of the day, and by far the best Admirals offensive possession of the day. If they can keep that moving, maybe they can score. Connor Keeley pointing things out. He's a natural born leader. Let's see if he can play defense here. It's going to be a toss out to the right-hand side. Well caught by the same receiver. Splits the tackles and is taken down for what I think might be another 1st down. It's not. It's going to be a 2nd down here for the Admirals. I think. Connor Keeley asking for the call. Man just wants to be sure. It's the best cornerback I've ever seen live, tell you that much. 250 million euros would agree with that as well. Takes the number 5, which is the amount of years his contract extension was for. The Admirals setting up here for a second and short, I believe it is. Empty backfield as well. They're gonna have to throw. 34-0 down in the pocket. He's got a bit of space. Tries to scramble out to the right. He does get away. It's gonna be a QB run, and he's gonna slide for the first. And that is so much better from the Admirals. Let's see if anything can change. Mavericks still making some changes though. See if they can make anything happen here. Again, they load up the O-line. Again, they have plenty running up the field. But the Mavericks defense gets into the backfield. And it's gonna be a second and long for the Admirals. Great defensive possession from the Mavericks. Well and truly making up for that busted coverage earlier. Letting the Admirals back into the game. Well, not back into the game, because I think the game's kind of cooked. I don't think the Mavericks have much hope here, to be honest. Let's see what happens, though. The Admirals are around midfield. The good play earlier in the drive. They get one more good play. They could be set up deep in Mavs territory. But looking like they're in bunch formation here, the Admirals. Let's see if they can get something off. Ah, and someone's gone early. Something's happened. The Admirals have taken a timeout. That's exactly what's happened. They're trying to get organized here. It's a big drive for them. Trying to get something right. They want water for their defense. Connor Keeley cannot get the water because, you know, he's on the field. They're trying to get the defense together. And the Mavs look a little bit more shaky on defense. They did get into the backfield, though, in the last possession. It's a brilliant play, stuffing the quarterback. Well, let's see if anything else comes from it. Admirals needing a little bit of hope. Something to take home, even a field goal. As long as it's not 0. Anything but 0. Let's see if anything goes here. It's that same kind of bunch formation for the Admirals. A bit of motion from the Mavericks, and they're going to bring the loss. Admirals are going to throw over the middle, and it's going to go incomplete.
Did you touch it, Joe?
Joe Buchanan, number 44, the prime male specimen. Athlete is an understatement when we're talking about Joe Buchanan. I really hope they don't use this commentary for film review. I really, really hope not. Sorry, Ty, if you're listening. Sorry, Joe, if you're listening. Please don't drop me from the Wolf Ends, please. And the Admirals take the snap again. Again, the Mavericks smother. Is going to be another sack. And on comes the punt team for the Admirals. What a shame. After that brilliant play, after that taking exploitative action against that busted coverage of the Mavericks, it's just not enough. They get pushed all the way back to midfield again and are forced to punt. I've got to make sure I have all the numbers right here. Sunshine said his number was TBD. It's 17 in the game. Nathan Hardy said his number was 2 or 7. It's definitely 7. Because Ty is wearing 2, so it's not 7. Oh, it's a high snap for the punt. He's going to slip and fall on it, and the Mavs are set up deep inside Admirals territory. Let's see if they can make it count this time. Their passing play has been weak in this second half. And they're going to need to put something together here. Into the fourth quarter, are they going to make something happen? The game has got fairly sloppy, to be honest. Joe Buchanan walking off the field dejected for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. It's alright, Joe. You're a strong man. And here comes Ty under center. Fullback in play here for the Mavericks. Let's see what they decide to do. They're going to toss it to Finno. Finno's going to try and find the right side of the defense, trying to get around the outside. We have no idea what's going on. I'm just going to assume he got a first down. I don't know. Your Trojans are going to smoke both these teams? I highly, highly doubt it. The Mavericks have been at a canter in this second half. And again, Ty keeping the tempo high. They got a receiver out to the far left. I think it's Brendan Sims. I'm not sure. It's going to be a run anyway from Finno, trying to get into the end zone. He gets extra yards. And I think Ben Aruligan might be coming onto the field here. I'm hearing his name called from the sidelines because I can't see because the VO has just decided to fade into the middle of the field. Not quite sure what the VO's doing here. Technical gremlins, guys. We're just watching the Cork sideline for whatever reason. Poor guys, looks dejected. The gazebo looks more and more sad. The higher and higher the scoreline goes up. And here comes the Mavericks again lining up. We have no idea what's going on. Thank you, Vio. Should be turning back. Ty takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Finno, running to the right-hand side. And he's just shy of the end zone, it looks like. Clock is still running, so he's taken down in play, but we're into the fourth quarter now with plenty of time left on the clock. There's going to be a flag on the play for something. Illegal substitution for the Mavericks. Again, another lack of concentration. Another sloppy mistake. These are the things they're going to have to iron out once they come up against stronger opposition. All due respect to the Admirals, of course. Ty's going to take the snap here. I think he's got Alan Minto in the backfield. See if he can make something happen. Ty's going to throw here to the left-hand side. It's going to be brought in beautifully. It's another Mavericks touchdown, and I believe it's Brendan Sims. And the Mavs make it 40. It is indeed Brendan Sims with the touchdown. They're going to go for two here to try and make it 42-0. And to be completely frank, I don't see the Admirals scoring here. I don't know about you guys. I just don't see it happening. Come on, Mavs, whee! I feel like I'm like, you know, do you know like Liverpool TV or Man United TV? And they have like, they do like fan commentaries and stuff. That's what I feel like I'm doing right now. I'm trying to be impartial, but also, you know, not really. But also, I want to be impartial. So we'll see. See how we go. Ty is making some adjustments to the play. I'm not really sure what's going on. And he takes the snap for the 2-point conversion. He's going to toss it to the left. It's a great route. He's going to get in the end zone. I think he is. That's going to be 2 points. And it's going to be 42-0 to the Louth Mavericks. Excellent stuff. Really, really, really good play. Took advantage of a bad mistake from the Admirals. They messed up the long snap on the punt return, and the Mavericks made full effect of it. And if this game wasn't done before, I think it's well and truly over now. I don't think the Admirals are gonna find a way to claw this back. They're gonna need to score however many touchdowns. They're gonna need to score. Right, let me do the maths here. 5 by 8 is 40. So if they score 5 touchdowns, all with 2-point conversions, that's still not gonna be enough. They're gonna need 5 touchdowns and a field goal. 5 converted touchdowns as well. 5 2-point converted touchdowns and a field goal. Which I just don't think is going to happen, to be honest. Yeah, I know, call me crazy. Shoot me down if you disagree, but it's not going to happen. And the Mavs are going to kick off. Can the Admirals find a way to score a punt return touchdown? Oh my god, the Mavericks are flying through. Oh, a little toss back, and he's going to get taken down. And once again, the Mavs defense will come back out. A defense with one bad play all day, as far as I'm concerned. One busted coverage. Pretty efficient stuff from them. And here come the Admirals. Let's see them do something. Oh my god, a lot of cheering from the sideline. A lot of shouting. Oh my goodness, calm down. It's 42-0, guys. Why are we doing this? Okay, here we go. Admiral stepping up again. Ball in the hands of the quarterback. It's going to be a pass. Toss it down to the right-hand side. He snaps the defender's ankles. Oh my god. I'm not quite sure who that was. Don't tell me it was Joe Buchanan.
So I put it down. I got the receipt to say 230.
It was Joe Buchanan. Oh no. The knees don't really work anymore. Sorry, Joe. Oh well, he's got his stuff in the box, but once he got out into the flat there, he actually got his ankle snapped. Poor guy. He should have really assessed the situation. Anyway, Admirals with a good offensive play. Let's see if they can keep the momentum going here. Empty backfield, takes the snap, looking for a pass, obviously, or is he going to run it himself? I don't think he's got much going on here. Yeah, he's going to slide down for a small loss. Joe Buchanan somehow walks off the field with 2 broken ankles. It's a medical miracle, really. Joe is number 44. Yeah, Joe is my coach for the flag team, so of course he's gonna get it, you know, poor guy. I think someone's called a timeout or something. Both teams trotting to their respective sidelines. Connor Keeley first in the huddle. That is a man who is a leader. The wind is starting to pick up. I'm half expecting this VO camera to fall over. I know I said that already. I'm still kind of expecting it anyway. Yeah, flag. That's it, exactly, yeah. Flag football, flag. July 12th. That's not the Cork Bowl, is it? Just thinking. I don't know. Don't know when these things are. They just tell me to show up and I show up, you know? Oh, Connor Keeley with a quick call to the sideline. Sharp eyes. It's a new QB for the Admirals. Let's see how this goes. It's the Orange Bowl. Oh, nice. Actually, I don't think I've ever heard of that. I'd like to play in it, though. Is it like for teams? Like, is it like for multiple teams? Like a tournament kind of thing? Here comes the Admirals lining up. Trying to find some sort of consolation in this game. They have 3 wide receivers out to the right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield. They're going to fling it again. Let's see it happen. Dropping back, scanning for options. He's going to toss it very gently over the middle. That was a hospital ball. I heard that from the sideline. There's a flag on the play. And that's quite disappointing for the Mavericks. Again, another sloppy penalty. Lodges, not teams. I didn't know that. The foul is on number 8 for contact, which is a bit of a shame. But again, penalties costing the Mavericks. Plenty of music at it. At the Orange Bowl. Very good. Oh, a bit of pace from the Admirals. Okay, let's see it. Flying up to the line of scrimmage. Mavericks D-line gets set. Two linebackers. I think the Mavericks might be playing a nickel corner here. Let's see what comes of it. They're just going to play man on man here. Fling it over the middle and it's going to get dropped. Look at me trying to use technical football terms like nickel corner. Grow up. We're going to see the Admirals try and get something going here again. Now, call me crazy for this one. You can if you want, but I have a funny feeling they're going to go with an empty backfield here. I know. Oh my god. Go. Yeah. There's the energy. Woo, let's go. Let's see it, D-line. You're 42-0 up. Keep it at 0. I guess that's a bit of, a bit of motivation. Oh, there is someone in the backfield. Okay, so it's a blocker though. Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. I want to see this QB absolutely fling one. He's floated every single ball he's thrown. He's gonna run this one. Got a bit of space on this left-hand side. Big tackle from Keeley, missed, and he's gonna get shoved over the sideline. It's gonna be a first down though. And a good play for the Admirals. It's just a QB keeper stuck around the left-hand side. Mavs got caught napping for the 2nd time so far. Eamon Ward coming out of the game. I always feel safe with him in my defense. He's a good safety. The Admirals are going to take another timeout. Trying to kill the clock here. Trying to give themselves a little bit of time to work with. There's 44 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this game is over. I think the Mavericks are going to win this one, folks. Not to make promises or anything like that, but Let's see if the Admirals can get something out of this game. They're just over midfield, just about into Mavericks territory. A lot of shouting from the Mavericks sidelines, try and put the Admirals off in their offense, try and get a bit of crowd noise in here, make it a bit harder for them. They get the snap off. Quarterback is going to get... He's going to get a long throw off and it's going to get nothing out of it. I thought he was going to get smoked by the edge rusher there, but the VO camera gratefully moved away. If you're still here, don't forget to like the stream and subscribe to the Louth Mavericks YouTube channel right here. Trying to make our way up in the world, so do us a favor and leave us a subscribe. Thank you very much. We can keep this going for y'all. We're going very, very well, though. Let's see what comes of this. Another snap for the quarterback. He's gonna probably send it long. He is indeed. It's gonna be picked off. And sure enough, it's Brendan Sims with the multicolored gloves and another assist. And we've lost connection. Are you for real? No! Brendan, what happened? What the hell? Oh my god. I feel like I'm watching like a dodgy stream. I feel like I'm watching a dodgy stream. What the hell? No! Guys! No. Guys! Oh, it's all gone wrong. God, it's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong, folks. What's going on? Please! Oh my god. It's fine, it'll come back. In the meantime, just hang in there. I don't know. Just wait. Don't worry. It'll come back. It'll come back. It'll come back. I have faith. Come on, boys. Come on. Bring it back. Oh, I've reset it all the way to the start. Hold on. There we go. And then it's gonna... There's the pick, and then it dies. Yeah. Okay. Great. Maybe the wind took out the camera or something. Hold on. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I won't. You should heed that as well. You shouldn't go anywhere either. Just keep the stream up. Keep the stream up. Chill, guys. That's it. Like the stream. Like the stream. The connection would never be this poor in Cork. Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. You can have that one. Fair enough. It is 42-0, so I'll say nothing. Oh, folks. Folks, we've had an absolute hooner. We've had an absolute nightmare. Come on, get back live. Where are we? Come on, y'all. I literally just have to sit here and wait. I can't do any more because the VO is like controlled by guys that are actually at the field. I'm not at the field right now. I probably should have said that. Yeah, I'm not at the field right now, so I don't really know what's going on. But could end the stream here, but I won't. I won't. We're gonna hang on. We're gonna hang on for the last 15 seconds. They took the honestly, maybe. But they took the camera down in the middle of the final play. That seems like wrong. Surely they would wait a bit, you know? Not quite sure what's going on here. I'm just gonna cut to the halftime display until we're back. You're at the sideline. Oh, okay. Great. Well, then we're done. Great. Okay. The game ends 42-0 to the Louth Mavericks. There we go. Thank you so much for watching this stream. This is the first stream for the Louth Mavericks. And yeah, for a 42-0 win over the Cork Admirals is a great result. It's 2 wins for the Louth Mavericks, back to back. A pick in the end for Brendan Sims. Yeah, that's all. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning into this stream. Our next game is going to be April 12th at Maguire's Field against the Vikings. So we'll see how that goes. I'll see you all here for this one. But, you know, in the meantime, subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the stream, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you so much for coming out, guys. Thanks so much. RIP to the VO camera. I can't believe they took it down like immediately. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, I'll see you all next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.